Hello, Subdi. Shit.
Submates.
I've completely forgotten how to do intros now. By the way, for this video, for the sake of our ano ba, our Philam friends and our foreigner viewers, I think there are gonna be some because of the content. Uh, I'm gonna be putting on my big boy fake American accent, and Carl will also be putting on his anong accent gagamitin mo, Carl?
Yung call center, Jollibee call center accent ko, pre.
Ah,
Yung
nice,
gagamitin ko.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Kami kasi ni Carl, ano eh. Fuck, ba't ako nagtaga? Both me and Carl grew up watching cartoons, so basically, we can
Yeah.
copy their inflections. In
Inflections.
anyway,
Yep.
for today's video, it's been 1 year since the entire series, the end, I should say, of the series of disses between Drake and Kendrick Lamar. Obviously, Kendrick Lamar won that entire series by the end, and most people agreed. Most people would agree, except maybe the hardest Drake glazers. And it's ironic because even the hardest Drake glazer, who's famous, DJ Academics, admitted that Drake lost this beef, but still there are Drake bots out there who think Kendrick lost. I think it's super funny.
It's actually yeah, I just want to say because it's actually funny. 'Cause I've never seen like the outpour of Kendrick hate before he had a beef with Drake. So
Yeah,
the only time that I've seen people hating on Kendrick to that degree was actually after the beef with Drake. So I'm guessing the only haters that Kendrick has are actually Drake fans. So this just proves that they're really salty about um, the
yeah.
entire beef, which is, I don't understand because Drake
They should sue.
initiated it.
They should sue. Not gonna lie. I mean, they should they should follow they should follow the
Yeah,
example Drake set. anyway, yeah. If ever we speak Filipino, I'm just gonna put subtitles. Okay, okay. To be nice to everyone, I'm gonna put subtitles whenever we speak Filipino.
yeah,
Anyway, why are we, a small Filipino hip hop YouTube podcast slash reaction channel, reacting to this series of disses? Well, mainly it's because it didn't just influence, the U.S. Landscape. I mean, it's the biggest rap beef of all time, right? It didn't just affect the U.S. landscape; it actually also rippled into the Philippine hip hop landscape. We've had a lot of references, relating to this series of disses, and recently there's been a huge beef here in the Philippines between uh, two of our, how would you say this, veteran rappers, more seasoned rappers. Abra and Shay were in. They did a lot of clever nods towards, the Drake and Kendrick beef. Shay was super on the nose with Aubrey, relating to Aubrey, Drake, Graham, and Abra as well was super on the nose when he titled his first, well, the song that instigated the whole thing, Control, as Control, right? A reference to Kendrick's Control, which is what pissed Drake off in the first place, yada, yada, yada. So here we are, 1 year since one of the most celebrated victory laps in hip hop history, and something that also affected the Philippine hip hop landscape. We're gonna be reacting to every every single song in the series, not excluding those ones from a decade ago. The Subliminals and Control. None of those, but be aware that as hip hop fans, we're well aware of those diss tracks as well, aren't we, Carl? Aren't we?
Yeah. If we include the subliminals that Drake usually does, it would
Yeah,
take like forever to go
yeah,
through them all because there's a lot as well. Not even
yeah.
just relating to Kendrick, but you know maybe Kendrick adjacent or some other thing. So yeah, we can't go through all of those. So we'll be focusing mainly on the 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 tracks that led to the train wreck. So yeah, I guess
Yeah.
we'll be starting with
Like
like
that.
that.
Yeah, the start to the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like that was a surprise featured a surprise feature from Kendrick. Everyone was caught off guard, and especially when the subject matter of, you know, J. Cole's not in first person shooter came up. Let's give it a listen. Oh yeah, we're gonna go straight into Kendrick's verse. No shade to future Metro Boomin. It's just that this is the important one.
I'm a different nigga, no, we not the same kind. You can have that look, bitch, you ain't mine. Young dope dealer selling dope, is you like that? Kicking doors, kicking in doors, is you like that? Young throw nigga selling lows, is you like that? All 24, you won't go, is you like that? Niggas from the bottom really like that. Stepping in balances if you like that. Pop another bottle if you like that.
These niggas talking out of their neck.
So there we are. Kendrick was like super surprise feature in this song, but to reference the album, right? This album, the whole point of this thing was basically to throw shade at Drake. The title itself of the album, "We Don't Trust You," well, it's Metro Boomin's producer tag, but it's also shade towards Drake because there was beef between Metro Boomin, Future, and Drake brewing in a pot, and they featured Kendrick, who I fully believe was intentional, so that he could throw his jab at Drake in this Drake beef album. So yeah, here's Kendrick.
Put no coughing out of your mouth. I'm way too paranoid for a threat. Hey, let's get it, bro. DOT, the money, power, respect. The last one is better. Say yes, a lot of goofies with a check. I mean, I hold them sentiments symbolic. My temperament bipolar, I choose violence. Okay, let's get it up. It's time for him to prove that he's a problem. Niggas clicking up, but cannot be legit. No 40 water, tell him. Yeah, get up with me. Fuck sneak this and first person shooter. I hope they came with three
There we are. And that's the line that started the whole thing. Where were you, Carl, nung lumabas to? Were you
I don't know.
following the thing?
I
Well,
don't know because the last few years have been a blur to me, so I don't know where I
yeah,
was at. The only thing that I picked this up with was in Twitter.
I
So
see. I see.
yeah, there was a lot of buzz about
Nag-Twitter
who
ka pa
was
pala?
he referring? Of course, man. Who was he referring to? In this line, and this line, and this line, and
Yeah.
the reaction channels were also having a field day. So yeah,
Si freaking, what's his name? Screwface John. No life
yeah,
shot.
Screwface John was Screwface John, no life shack was having a field day. So yeah,
Yeah.
um, yeah,
So yeah, basically it's this N words clicking up cannot be legit, no 40 water. OVO 40, yeah, E40, and then he Kendrick goes straight for the jugular, saying, "Fuck sneak this and no more subliminals. First person shooter. I hope they came with three switches." A reference to first person shooter, again, a song by Drake with J. Cole, wherein J. Cole shouted out Kendrick, albeit he did it in a loving manner. We're the big three,
yeah.
but me being J. Cole, I feel like I'm ahead of the both of them actually. So Kendrick saw it as a threat, and he started dissing the two. So basically, this whole series of disses was J. Cole's fault.
Yeah.
Had J. Cole not shouted out Kendrick, it never would have happened, basically. Tuloy, tuloy.
Tuloy.
Right.
I crash out like fuck rap. This Melly Mel if I had to. Got two T's with me. I'm snatching chains and burning tattoos. It's up. Lost too many soldiers not to play it safe. If he walk around with that stick, it ain't Andre 3K. Think I won't drop the location. I still got PTSD. Motherfuck the big three. Nigga, it's just big me. Nigga, bum. What?
And that's the line that
Imagine,
echoed. Yeah. Go, Carl.
imagine you have like a sort of a rival in the field, right? Like, I mean, rap. So imagine having like a sort of rival, and then you shouting them out because you acknowledge them being good, and then he replies to you saying, What the
Fuck
fuck do
both
you
of
mean
y'all.
that you think I'm good? Who the fuck are you to think that I'm good?
He straight
Jesus,
up
that
calls them.
from the
He straight up calls them bums. The fucking song. Yeah.
oh
Uh,
god,
J. Cole is like,
never change, never change, Kendrick, never change.
mga Gemini talaga eh. Freaking bipolar. Anyway, yeah, J. Cole is like straight up K. Dot. I respect you. I'm referencing you respectfully, but I feel like I'm the best. Between the three of us, we're the big three, but I'm the best. Kendrick was like, nah, fuck the big three. Fuck you, bum. Oh
Oh my
god.
god.
Has there ever been, well, kahit sa ano naman, 'di ba, sa Philippines, there have been a lot of declarations of I'm the best rapper here.
Yeah.
I'm the best one. Has there ever been like an instance, maybe in Flip Top, maybe in songs, mainstream songs, wherein
Yeah.
something like this happened, like someone shouted out someone in a loving manner, and then someone responded with "No, fuck you."
No, I don't think so. I mean, this is the most radioactive reaction that I've seen to a compliment. Well, it could maybe K Dot was taking it as like a backhanded compliment, but no.
Yeah, maybe
Um,
he saw it as a backhanded compliment.
yeah, especially with Drake in the song. He's been pissed off at Drake for some time now for
Yeah.
sneak dissing. So yeah, we can't really know what happened to Kendrick's mind when he when he heard about the shout outs, but
Yeah.
we know what happened afterwards at least.
Yeah.
So
If I could think of anything like close to this or like parallel to this in the Philippines, maybe one could say this was an overreaction, right? On
yeah,
Kendrick's part. You know what I'm thinking of? I feel like you know what I'm gonna say. It's Shay's response to Abra's sneak diss.
yeah,
He-
yeah,
Abra's like, Shay, I acknowledge you, but you're all in, it's not enough, something like that.
yeah.
And then Shay was like, your mom's dead. Your mom's dead and you're lashing out because your mom's dead. What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, that's the
But
closest
even
one.
then,
Also,
yeah, that's the closest one.
what I was thinking as well was whenever Looney proclaims that he's the king of rhymes or shit like that, the
Yeah.
other side, which
Oh
side I'm
yeah.
talking about, also react.
Donkaloo, Donkaloo.
They also react like very, very negatively whenever
Yeah,
he
yeah.
does that. So
And he doesn't even think about them. Admittedly,
yeah,
Drake and Cole, obviously they referenced Kendrick, they shouted out Kendrick, so they were thinking of him. Looney, when he declares he's number one, he's not thinking about anyone but him.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
so
whenever he
it's
does
fun.
that, he has the numbers to back it up as well.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah,
It's fun to see the Dongaloo people over. It's not
yeah,
Kendrick level entertaining wherein we get really good, really substantial disses, but it's more like watching a train wreck happen. Well, not even an entertaining
yeah.
train wreck like this one. just a straight up like really bad, really brutal. It's hard not to look away. Anyway, let's
You watch it for the cringe. You
yeah, you
watch it for
watch
the
it for the
cringe.
cringe. Yeah. All right, let's continue.
I'm really like that. And your best work is a light pack. Nigga, Prince outlived Mike Jack. Nigga,
Um,
for all your dogs getting buried. That's a K with all these nines. He gon' see Pet Cemetery, nigga.
Young dope dealer selling.
some of my friends when I made them listen to this, they were like, "It doesn't seem like a." This just came out, so I sent it to them. They were like,
Yeah.
"It doesn't seem like a Drake diss. It doesn't seem like a direct Drake diss." But I feel like the big three line that was obvious. The Prince outlived Mike Jack. This became a recurring theme in the series. Prince being
Yeah.
Kendrick because he's more artful, and Mike Jack being Drake because he's more mainstream. He's more pop. Prince outliving Mike
Yeah.
Jack, both literally and in terms of. Well, Kendrick argues in terms of legacy or in terms of what they've
Mm.
brought musically. Prince is gonna outlive Mike Jack, but time will tell. It's not been like a
Yeah.
long time since they've died. And then obviously the last few lines, all the dogs, a Drake album, and he's gonna make it Pet Cemetery. So yeah, it was an obvious Drake diss from the start. Shout out to my friends. I know you guys were maybe probably sleepy that time when I sent you the song, so you didn't have time to pay attention to everything. But yeah, it was an obvious Drake diss, guys, and yeah, whatever transpired after this song, we're all aware. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, I think we're done with uh like that. All right. Musically, how would you rate this song, Carl, or as a diss rather?
I mean, I would. Um, this is like if I was to put it in local perspective. I guess this is like Control or
Yeah,
Mais.
yeah, it's like Control
Yeah.
from Ace, albeit
Yeah.
done way
So
better. To
yeah, yeah,
shout out Abra, but this is how you do it.
a lot more ground to stand on. So yeah.
Yeah,
This one I wouldn't rate it
yeah.
basically because I don't think this is included in the back and forth. Although
Hmm.
this is the one that started it, kinda. But yeah, I would want to limit the ratings to the actual straight disses.
Okay, okay, that's
Like
fair.
yeah,
That's fair. Musically, I feel like this song is, a banger. It's Future, it's Metro Boomin, it's Kendrick. The beat is iconic. It became iconic, not just because of the verse. The beat
yeah,
is really nice.
yeah.
It's been sampled many times before, like the main what do you call that? The main toot, toot, toot,
Melody,
toot. Yeah, the main
melody. Yeah,
melody for the beat. Yeah, it's been sampled many times before, but I feel like this was the best implementation of that.
yeah,
Again, Metro Boomin has, the benefit of being a more modern producer, so he didn't have, the constraints as some of the producers back in the day. But yeah, to continue now, we head to 7 minute drill, a neat little response song, which J. Cole later famously deleted and apologized for.
yeah,
So yeah, Jermaine Cole, he's part of the big three. He's the one who shouted out Kendrick Lamar. He is still Drake's friend, as he claims in his new song Port Antonio. He's still Kendrick's friend, as he also claims. He's still his N word in his words, as he claims. Um, yeah, he was the first to respond to Kendrick, not Drake, because Drake was touring back then. Drake was the first one to make a verbal statement when he said, "People be dissing, but here I am, standing on solid ground, etc., etc." But J.
yeah.
Cole was the first one to do an actual track. So let's
Before we
listen to. Okay,
before
go.
we into the actual track, I just want to say, I remember listening to this first and getting
Mhm.
bored. I got bored. Okay. So
Eh,
that was my my reaction to the song, my initial reaction to the song, and then I
yeah.
watched it again a couple of times with a video reaction channels. So let's see if my opinion has changed.
Okay. G.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're gonna do a response track to one of the most iconic like modern beats of all time, make sure make sure it doesn't sound like generic like free royalty free YouTube beats. Christ. Oh God,
Yeah.
Jermaine. Yeah, let's go.
Turn it up.
Bring up the vocal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Light work, like it's PWC. It's a cold world. Keep the heat under your seat. I got a phone call. They say that's
Okay, okay. And just so that the Westerners know how intellectual we are here at the Rap Sheet. I'll be light work, like it's PWC. It's a cold world because it's a reference to Cold World. J. Cole's
Yeah.
first few set of projects, he would call part of the Cold World series. And keep the heat under your seat. Obviously, a reference to packing heat under your seat when you're uh,
Yeah.
when you're driving
When
around,
you're
basically. Yeah, packing heat under your seat.
when you're a G. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're a G.
So like keep it tucked under. Don't pull the trigger yet, just because someone disses or someone starts beef is what he's saying basically.
I got a phone call, they say that somebody dissing. You want some attention, it come with extensions. My dog like say the word, he on bullshit, he itching. I'm putting so much work in these streets, he got pension. I told him chill out, how I look having henchmen. If shots get the
No, no, no. It wasn't for you though. The henchman thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't for you. It was for Drake. But I mean, if you're gonna take accountability for it, then whatever.
The yeah, the henchman thing, that's actually, I don't know why he thinks that it's for him when it's been like I don't know if it's an industry truth now that Drake be having them
Yeah,
henchmen and
he be having
ghostwriters and
people
yeah.
working for him. They be popping people in them streets, if you know what I mean. Yeah,
Yeah. He was
yeah,
in like retrospect, now that we know all about Drake and we also know about some things about Diddy. He wasn't he like on the way to becoming someone like Diddy.
yeah.
Is that fair to
Basically,
say or no?
yeah. I think so. He was. I feel like this series of disses were like course correction in a way for Drake. It was like a
Yeah.
wake up call for him. I mean, he was on his way to being a better father to to Adonis because of Pusha T. you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, he was still doing some really shady shit behind the scenes.
Yeah.
After this series of disses, a lot of Drake's shadier stuff surfaced or resurfaced rather, including how he allegedly had one of his former OVO employees, well, not employees, artists, get beaten up and blackballed, industry blackballed. So yeah, that thing happened relating to henchmen. Yeah, I feel like those are the same tactics Diddy used, and his
Yeah.
preference for uh let's
Maybe
say
not the exact same tactics, but the
yeah,
same nature, right?
yeah.
So, I was just thinking that Drake is like Diddy with better songs. So,
Hey man, Diddy had coming home. He had coming home.
oh
I'm
gosh,
coming home. I miss you,
Bad Boy
big.
record, Bad Boy.
I mean, uh, kudos to Drake. I mean, he almost got. I mean, kudos to J. Cole. I mean, when Diddy was gonna, punch Kendrick for the "I'm the King of New York" line, J. Cole actually stood up for K. Dot. So
Yeah,
I feel like Jermaine felt like a huge sense of betrayal when this song came out because he was like, I defended you, my guy, from this guy who's getting canceled right now. I
Yeah.
defended you from him, and now you're dissing me. What the fuck, dude?
You're dissing me for shouting you out. What the fuck, man? Yeah.
So yeah, yeah. In hindsight, Diddy and Drake, they're not too different. And when you look at his supporters as well, someone like Academics who also
Yeah.
has weird shit going on.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. We'll get later to that, but yeah.
yeah, yeah. And I don't know how or why he's still active on social media, considering that his entire reputation's out the wazoo now. But
Yeah.
you know how things be. I mean, Mr. Beast's still out there. So anyway, let's
Yeah.
continue.
Shout outs, Mr. Beast.
Shout out, Mr. Beast. Don't delete
Yeah.
us, please.
The one doing the tension, I came up in the veil, so I'm good when it's tension. He still doing shows, but fell off like the Simpsons. Your first shit was classic, your last shit was tragic. Your second shit put niggas to sleep, but they gas.
Yeah.
Your shit is putting me to sleep. What the? Oh man.
Okay, let's do this in chronological order. Your first
Fell
shit
off like
was
the Simpsons.
classic. Kendrick, if we go by either his indie days or his out of how do you say this? Before Interscope, he had Section 80. If we're counting that as his first shit, J. Cole was actually a huge contributor for Section 80. So he called it a classic. If we count Good Kid Mad City as his first shit, everyone knows Good Kid Mad City is a classic, right?
Yeah.
So okay, that's valid. Coming from Jermaine, it's either Section 80 or Good Kid Mad City, which are both classics. Your last shit was tragic. His last shit was obviously Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers.
Yeah.
I mean, as a narinig mo ba yung album, Carl, ni Mr. Morale?
Not really, but individual songs. Yeah.
Yeah. As an album, like conceptually, it really was a tragedy. It painted a portrait of a tragic man, a dude who cheated, who has a lot of how
Yeah.
do you say this? Like personal issues, and he's trying to dispel the image that people have of him as a savior in that album. So that was him painting the portrait of a tragic man, right? So in a way, it really was a tragedy. But considering that this is a diss, he's saying that the last album was a flop. So, uh, uh, no, that's not true, and I feel like you know that, J. Cole. Um, the album wasn't as commercially well received as something like Damn, right, which was Kendrick's
Yeah.
quote unquote third album. But the tour that came after the Big Steppers tour, it was actually the most profitable hip hop tour in hip hop history. So you can't just say that it was tragic outright because it made a fuck ton of money, and it was, again, it's a Kendrick album, so critical acclaim is a given. So what metric are you operating by? I don't know. I don't know, Jermaine.
Yeah.
Your second shit put niggas to sleep, but they gassed it. Your
Your second shit put N words to sleep, but they gassed it. Now, if we count Good Kid Mad City as if we count Good
I
Kid
mean,
Mad City, yeah, go Carl.
I was gonna say, is that really what he was referring to? Good Kid,
No,
Mad
no.
City.
It's
Because
to
you
Pimp a
can you
Butterfly.
can yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that because maybe he was referring to the ones that already had labels on them. So
Yeah. I mean, if it's T-Pab, my guy, T-Pab is the most critically acclaimed hip hop album like ever, like straight up
it is
ever.
it,
So
And
Yeah,
it's the Kendrick shit that you could say relates, or not relates, but the most similar to what J. Cole's technique or style is.
yeah. And in terms of putting N words to sleep, it's the one that speaks to the quote unquote, we're not
Yeah,
from there, but quote unquote hood the most, right? It's the album
yeah.
about the black man's, everyday struggle and how Kendrick relates to it. So, what are you talking about, Jermaine? What are you talking about? I mean,
Uh,
if you're,
would you consider that woke rap?
it's one of the trailblazers of woke rap, I guess.
Yeah,
But it wasn't the intention, I guess, to be a woke
yeah,
album, albeit it did become something like that along the way. Um, if J. Cole is claiming that it put N words to sleep in a literal sense because it didn't have bangers, I mean, it had all right. We ain't gonna be all right. It had King Kunta, which was also a
mm,
banger. King Kunta. It had the Black or the Berry. So I don't know what metric Jermaine is using again, but I feel like di ba nagsorry siya after
yeah.
nitong song na to? And
He said that he didn't really believe on the things he said
yeah,
on the on
yeah.
yeah. So
I feel like he was just grasping at straws in this set of bars. He was just, saying what he could to do a diss. Yeah. Who loves Kendrick? Anyway, that shit didn't sit right with my soul. Anyway, we love you, Jermaine. Let's continue.
Your third shit was massive, and that was your prime. I was trailing right behind, and I just now hit mine. Now
The third shit was Damn. Everyone would concede to the fact that it was Damn because this it was massive. Damn was a massive album.
yeah,
It had really huge songs. Humble is the most famous Kendrick Lamar song. I mean, before Not Like Us, it was undoubtedly the most famous Kendrick Lamar song. It had DNA.
yeah,
It had that song with Rihanna, etc., etc. So yeah, it was massive. And J. Cole is expressing here how he felt like he was trailing behind Kendrick when Damn came out, right?
yeah.
down front of the line with a comfortable lead. How I run it, soon as I got it. Now he wants something with me.
Now you're front of the line with a comfortable lead. Are you now? Are you really? I mean, were you when you said this? Like in terms of numbers, the big three is Drake, Kendrick, and Jermaine, right? In terms of numbers, you're not anywhere near Drake's numbers, so you can't be front of the
Yeah.
line there. In terms of critical acclaim, you can't be front of the line compared to a Pulitzer Prize winner.
Yeah.
Like in which metric were you front of the line back in 2024? I get again, this was J. Cole saying shit he didn't believe, but
Yeah.
it's whatever. It's what,
I think the J. Cole fans gassed him up too much.
yeah, yeah, they did. And when he started apologizing and he's
Yeah.
now on his spiritual shit. They're like, J. Cole's the most mature one. If he wanted war, he would
Yeah.
have ended Drake and Kendrick right there. Whoa.
Even
No,
after even after Not Like Us was released, J. Cole fans were saying, see what it did to Drake? He was actually smart getting off the fucking beef train." Ugh, come on, bro. Jesus. Really?
guys, stop making excuses for your heroes. I mean, if Kendrick gets bodied in a beef, I would be the first to admit that he got bodied, right? That's how much I respect the guy. And you should have the same respect for J. Cole. Just admit that he lost, guys. Just admit that he gave up. That's
Yeah.
it. Anyway, let's continue.
Well, he caught me at the perfect time. Jump up and see why I got here off of bars, not no controversy.
Really though? Really though? You got here off of bars? Not no controversy? I mean, yeah, you're right. I'm not gonna dispute that.
Yeah.
Boys got bars. Um, what J. Cole is saying here is that Kendrick loves controversy, and even he admits in one of his new songs, "Reincarnated," that he loves war, he loves conflict, he loves stirring the pot. But that's hip hop, you know.
Yeah.
You can argue that hip hop is all about your lyricism. Hip hop is all about this and that. Hip hop is a sport. Hip hop is competition. I keep saying this in our older videos. Hip hop is a conversation, and part of the conversation is, you know, having something to dispute, having something to argue about, and Kendrick gave us that, and he didn't do it in an unhealthy manner. Wala namang damayan. Like he didn't bring people in who weren't related to the beef. He didn't talk about people's wives or people's like children or other family members or whatever. He was calling
Yeah.
people out to say that he's the best, and if they want smoke, they can have it. Let's have a lyrical joust. That I don't think that's controversial in any way. He's just being, someone of hip hop, someone who wanted to
Yeah.
push the sport forward. I don't think that's controversial at all. But you know, um, Jermaine was feeling some type of way, so yeah, maybe what he said here at the time was valid because he was hurt or whatever. But it just comes off as a bit, unrealistic in hindsight. Anyway, tuloy.
And bitter. And bitter.
Yeah, and bitter and bitter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny thing about it, bitch, I don't even want the prestige. Fuck the Grammys, cause them crackers ain't never done nothing for me.
Like yeah, again to your point about being
Uh,
bitter. Like, who brought anything up about Grammys, dude? Like,
I mean, well, yeah. The thing is, they like criticizing K Dot about the Grammys because
yeah,
he's like the poster boy for the Grammys nowadays.
yeah. I
Like,
think he's
so
second to Kanye now. Second to Kanye and Jay-Z.
yeah, and Kanye is never gonna be getting another Grammy. Bro went to the deep end, like the really deep end.
You
So
know the funny thing, Kanye also did a diss towards Drake and J. Cole in this series. He butted in for some weird fucking reason. He butted in, and then a year
nobody
later,
paid attention.
no one paid attention. And then a year later, he retracts everything he said about the diss. Um,
Yeah,
and then he calls Kendrick like a wannabe. He's not really
yeah.
good. And then he
Pick
says he likes Drake's
sides.
music. Yeah,
Yeah,
he code switched. But then
I think
again, it's Ye.
yeah, that's just him being bipolar,
Yeah,
actual bipolar, that he
yeah,
refuses to get help. So, yeah,
yeah. Poor guy. Poor guy. We're praying for you. Out here, yay, in the Philippines, we're a Christian country. We're
yeah.
we're gonna
You could
pray for
join
you.
the Philippine. Yeah, you could actually join the Philippine KKK if you'd like. It's
Yeah,
good KKK.
it's the good
It's not the bad
KKK here.
KKK.
Freaking black hood and everything. No, no.
Yeah.
Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy.
Gee.
Ho, slugs took my nigga soul. Drugs took another one. A rap beef ain't realer than the shit I seen in Cumberland. He averaging.
Oh, this is rap beef, but it ain't realer than the shit I've seen growing up. Like
Yeah.
you're the one.
You're really. Yeah, I mean, he's gonna tell that to someone from the West Coast. Really?
Like you're
What?
the one. You're the one who claims in one of your songs that if someone wants smoke, I'm gonna make it for real. So what the fuck happened now? Oh, I've seen realer stuff than this. To a West
Yeah.
Coast guy. To a West Coast.
Jesus.
The dude grew up in Compton. In the Philippines, that's like Tondo or something.
Nah, Cotabato even.
Like-
So
like- yeah, even worse. Oh God, dear man. Oh God. Anyway, let's continue. he averaged one hard verse like every 30 months or something. Well, I would rather have one really iconic verse every 30 months than like a huge quantity of meh songs or meh projects. Would you agree with me on that one, Carl?
Is that a sneak diss at Eminem?
No,
Is
no,
that
no.
what's happening right now?
No, I'm not. I'm not. I mean, if you feel some type of way, I mean, it's no. But the last Eminem album, I keep telling you, I feel like it was good. I felt like it was good, except
Yeah.
JID bodied him in uh, Fuel, and Big Sean bodied him in Toby.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Maybe. Anyway, yeah, I would say that it's better to have like to put out good quality rather than
Yeah,
just I mean keep throwing shit at the wall, I guess, and then see what sticks type of
yeah.
way. So yeah.
Do we have that kind of rapper in
So
the Philippines? No. He only comes out after a long stretch of time, and then he everything he drops is iconic during that time where he drops something. I don't think so. Do we?
I mean Balakid and
Eh,
Collateral and all
I
that
mean,
shit.
yeah, Collateral,
But it's
Gr-
it's kind
the
of
greatest rap
iffy to
album of
talk
all
about.
time. Yeah, it's Balakid. Yeah, poor guy. Poor guy.
Yeah.
We're gonna release that episode where we talk about him soon enough. Soon enough.
Yeah, it maybe in a greatest hits album kind of way with with the rap sheet, Patreon type shit. So yeah,
Yeah, Patreon type shit. Anyway, yeah, we don't have that kind of rapper in the Philippines. I mean, the one who is similar to that, he's getting canceled right now. So let's not talk about him.
yeah.
But yeah, even our
Also,
most
um,
legendary. Go Carl.
yeah, I was gonna say Looney, but
Yeah,
his
the last
most
album was kind
recent
of
album was
meh.
oh my fucking god,
I mean,
just killed me.
it had Tugmang Preso. It had Tugmang Preso, which
Yeah,
is
Tugmang Preso and Senor,
yeah,
you know,
yeah. It
yeah.
had bangers, but it wasn't something you'd be proud to show
Pamago
your
like
friend.
yeah, pag Sabado, kasama ko, gang, gang, gang,
uh,
gang. God damn.
Shoutout pala kay Looney. Ano na siya? Nanalo na. And
Yeah,
anyway,
nanalo na.
anyway, let's continue.
Discussing them. Lord, don't make me have to smoke this nigga cause I fuck with him. But push come to shove on this mic, I will humble him.
I will humble him. Yeah, a reference to Kendrick's
Yeah.
song
Oh
"Humble."
god.
I will.
It makes me cringe whenever I see like foreign rappers still do the reference one word reference and this type of thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just cringy at this point. Yeah.
Word associations. Gusto mo ba mag-surf
It's
sa
something that
tide ko? Ako ang
yeah.
magcha-champion. Wala kang palag
Yeah,
sa akin, Ariel.
it's a wild and out type of bar, Nick
Yeah,
Cannon type of bar. So
yeah. Like, an awfully hot coffee pot. Something like that. Any- anyway, let's continue.
This that New Jack City meme. Yeah, I'm aiming at G Money.
New Jack City meme. I don't even know that. I know the wrestler New Jack, but I don't know the New Jack City meme.
I don't.
Crying tears before I
I don't.
busted them. Light work, like it's
You do. You know the New Jack City meme.
No, I don't.
Oh, okay, okay. So this is the hook.
cold world. Keep the heat under your seat. I got a phone call. They say that somebody dissing. You want some attention. It come with extensions. My dog like say the word. He on bullshit. He itching. I'm putting so much work in these streets. He got pension. I told him chill out. How I look having henchmen.
It's sad how he used, that line as the hook when it's completely inaccurate. Like, That is so sad. Anyway.
Shots get the poppin', I'm the one doing the conductor.
Oh, it's Conductor. Yeah, I remember now. Conductor made this beat, which is sad. Conductor's a good producer.
Yeah. What the fuck?
I got mixed feelings about these fucking rap niggas.
So, Kendrick was asking for three switches. J. Cole does two. You see how half-assed he is? My guy, your
Yeah.
adversary asked for three switches. You did two. Two freaking switches.
Admittedly, the switch that um Kendrick was talking about was guns, because we might get some people out there saying that we don't get what switch means. Um,
Yeah.
but it's also like a what would you call this,
A double
allegorical,
entendre. Yeah.
an entendre to like beat switch. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I'm also not loving the beat here,
Yeah. It sounds like
even with the
every other
beat switch.
generic,
Yeah,
royalty-free beat, and it's sad because it was Conductor who made this. He's a great producer. Maybe he was rushed to do this, or maybe this was one of his older beats, and it just so happened that J. Cole wanted to use it as maybe it's a reference track. I don't know, but J. Cole decided to use this
yeah.
as the beat, which is sad. It's not flattering towards Conductor, who's a great producer. Anyway, let's
Yeah,
continue.
and it's 2 minutes into the song, into a 3 minute 30-second song, and we haven't really heard anything like hard hitting. And that's why I was
Yeah.
bored at this fucking diss. Like, okay, you all you're saying here is that no, this N word is actually testing me. He's trying to
Yeah.
test me, but he doesn't know what he's getting into, and that's it. Like, what?
He
There's no
comes out
points
with
being made.
one hard track every 30 months. He doesn't have as much albums as me. Like what the fuck, dude? We don't
Yeah,
care.
even that is like a backhanded compliment, right?
Yeah.
So it's like the FGK version of the what do you call this? Go back to recovery. Yeah.
I mean, we can. All right. Just so you guys know that we are well versed in hip hop here in the Philippines. uh, that whole scheme was a reference to Jay Z's scheme when he was beefing with Nas. He was saying that he averaged quite a few albums compared to Jay Z, and Jay Z's album, even though they were more plentiful, they were a lot more than Nas's, had the same level of quality, if not more than
Yeah.
Nas. But again, that in itself is still flawed logic. Because, um, okay, apart from the fact that J. Cole isn't Jay Z in terms of the quality of album releases, it's just that it's still a backhanded compliment when you say that their shit, even though it's rare, like can equal to yours every like few years, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know why he used that as a reference. Anyway, let's continue.
It's over for that cap, the official cap. Pillars 2-6, we don't act niggas, we get at niggas. Shoot a nigga lights out. Yeah, my dog, stat fillers, stat stuffers, triple double, get your ass black duff.
Stat fillers, triple doubles, basketball references. Maybe he's like throwing shade at how small K Dot is, so he can't play basketball. I
Yeah.
don't know anymore. He's a stat filler. Nah.
Body bag, body bag.
Body bag and with zipper sound effects. Let's go. Let's go, Jeremy. We hear him. We hear you. We hear those zippers. They sound
Oh
threatening. They
God.
sound threatening. They sound threatening, but you said sorry. So anyway, let's continue.
World, your instructor for Pilates class. Get a nigga stretched if I feel a disrespect.
Oh my God. It's so corny.
Your arms might be
Pilates.
too short to box with the god. Shout out CM Punk. Shout out to the movie that CM Punk referenced when he did that promo, but he's the one who made that line famous. I will not
Yeah.
take any other answers. CM Punk made that famous when he told that to The Rock. Your arms might be too short to box with God. But
Yeah.
Jermaine, you're using it wrong here, buddy. You're using it wrong. What you tell that to someone who's physically more intimidating than you. You're gonna claim that even if you're smaller, you're God. So your arms are still too short. But he's dissing Kendrick here, who's obviously shorter than him. So
5'7", 5'7",
eh,
J. Cole. He's 5'7".
say Drake, freaking menace, a short king menace. What the fuck? God, dude. Anyway,
J. Cole is what, like 6'2",
yeah,
I guess.
he's 6 plus. He's a great basketball player, by the way. He's one of the better celebrity basketball players.
Yeah.
Yeah, so stick to if ever Jermaine, if ever you feel the need to do a diss track again, just play ball. Just let your anger out through that outlet. This wasn't good.
Yeah.
This life without the pressures of a constant facade. I pray for peace, but
Life without the pressures of a constant facade. He's referencing Kendrick's. Kendrick really does have a penchant for acting like a tough guy, but actually
Yeah.
being like a really nice, really swell dude when in real life in interviews. And even in his albums, he has various characters that he's portraying. Be it in Damn, where he's Kung Fu Kenny, to Pimp a Butterfly, where he's a lot of characters.
Server
Good
Rao.
Kid, Mad City, yeah, yeah. Good Kid, Mad City, where he constantly like switches between perspectives. That's how Kendrick operates. So he uses facades a lot. So I guess that's the most valid point J. Cole made, and
So
we're
far.
20. Yeah, we're 2 minutes 35 seconds in. So I don't know. I don't know, Jermaine.
for niggas cease these positive vibes. A Falcon 9 inside my pocket, bitch, this rocket gon' fly. Now it's popping outside like the top of July. My text flooded with the hunger for a toxic reply. I'm hesitant, I love my brother, but I'm not gonna lie.
Obviously, you love your brother, right? Because this feels completely half-assed, and in
Yeah.
hindsight, you kind of proved that by saying, you love the dude, and then you apologized. So yeah,
I'm powered up for real, that shit would feel like swatting a fly. 4 albums in 12 years, nigga. I can divide shit.
there we are. 4 albums in 12 years. My guy. Again, that's the Jay-Z reference. It didn't work then. It doesn't work now. If you drop 4 bangers every 4 years, that's still 4 bangers. That doesn't invalidate shit.
Yeah, I don't know why that doesn't mean that you're. Is he trying to like allude that um, Kendrick is like a one-hit wonder type of guy? Because that also doesn't work, right?
Yeah. Even if you have like one hit under you, it's still a hit, right? Fuck.
Yeah. I mean, Psy only has Gangnam Style, and he's like the richest motherfucker in Korea. So I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, Gautier. I was gonna say Gautier, but then again, Anxiety is famous
Yeah.
now, so he technically has 2 hits. He didn't have to cut me. Yeah.
I
You
I
know,
hate that song, Anxiety.
you
So
don't like Anxiety? I like Dochi. I don't
mm,
like Anxiety that much, but I love Dochi. She's nice. She is also a lyrical spiritual miracle.
Miracle. Yeah.
All right, let's finish this.
If this is what you want, I'm indulging in violence. Put pictures in my home, aim the chrome at your eyelids. Fly pebbles at your dome, we the stone temple.
Oh, you the Stone Temple Pilots? Fuck! You're gonna reference a freaking prog rock band in a hip hop diss?
Look at me. I listen to other genres type of shit.
I mean, if if Drake is Michael Jackson, Kendrick is Prince, you're freaking Stone Temple. You're a bunch of white dudes, J. Cole. Your white is showing. Your white half is showing.
Oh God. I mean, for a
but
short while, Chester was in Stone Temple Pilots, if I'm not mistaken. But you
he
know,
was? What the
eh,
fuck? I didn't know
eh.
that.
Yeah,
I didn't know
you can
that.
fact check me if you'd like, but I think he
Okay.
was. So
Nice, nice. So yeah, if you guys didn't know, J. Cole is half white, and this is a clever nod to his white.
what the
Uh,
fuck?
I mean,
Oh my God.
like pebbles at your dome. We the Stone Temple Pilots. Couldn't you use any other double? We the Flintstones. No. Who else throws pebble? We the Kings. Or keep tossing rocks on your window. I know.
What the shit?
Why the Stone Temple Pilots, Jermaine? Why not 21 Pilots? No, I'm joking. We love 21 Pilots in this channel. Okay. Let's finish this.
Pilots, this is merely a warning shot. The back niggas down, back in the town where they whipping, working, traffic in pounds. My jack jumping bout a rapper making blasphemous sounds. Switching sides like the tassel on a cap and a gown. I'm fully loaded, nigga. I can drop 2 classics right now. Chill out, man.
Conductor. Okay, that was 7-minute drill. Overall, I would give that song a 2 out of 10.
Same, but
If
I wouldn't even rate it because he
you won't rate
deleted
it.
it. So yeah,
Oh
I won't
yeah,
rate it.
yeah.
In
After
parentheses, 2 out of 10.
yeah, after this song was released, like a few days after he apologized to Kendrick, and this is where shit
Yeah,
hit the fan. Drake dropped "Push-Ups," which was
yeah,
the first actual, genuine diss against Kendrick.
yeah. And also has one of the funniest lines in the in this anthology. Like keep making beats, Metro.
Yeah, let's do push-ups. Before we listen to this track, I like this song. I like this song. Like
Yeah,
as a song, I
yeah.
kind of no, I not kind of. I fucks with it. I fucks with it. Hold on. Let's look at the lyrics. But maybe in that was back when I first listened to it. I didn't listen to it a lot after it dropped, but when I first heard it, I really liked it. So let's give it a listen.
And the artwork is also funny, because he's
Yeah,
saying that they have small feet.
yeah.
They
Kendrick's
you know
sad.
what they say about men with small feet. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Which is, in a way, it's also kind of inadvertent towards Drake. This cover, considering all of the allegations that came out lately.
Yeah.
And anyway, let's continue. This is Push Ups, the first Drake diss. Yeah. Uh
Hey, I could never be nobody #1 fan. Your first #1, I had to put it in your hands. You pussies can't get.
yeah, first line was a reference to a lot of people. One was obviously one was Future, one was Rick Ross. Drake did a lot for the culture. I'm not gonna deny that. He's the one who put Future on. He's the one who put Kendrick and ASAP Rocky on during his first tour. We have to give him his flowers where needed, right? So basically, he's saying that he's done a lot for you guys. I've given you guys your number ones. Now you're dissing me because it wasn't just Kendrick who dissed Drake. A lot of people dissed Drake during this
Yeah.
period. Again, the album, the entire Metro Boomin Future album was a diss album for Drake. So yeah,
Yeah. But
um,
I
go
mean,
Carl.
yes, he put them on technically, but how do you feel about him just taking subliminal shots at them like
Yeah,
later
that
on? Does that count still as something that you could be like grateful for, or is that
nah,
something like
nah, dude. Because
yeah?
I don't
Because
know,
you,
Drake
you
has
you remember what happened with the weekend, right? You know what
yeah,
happened with him?
yeah,
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 yeah. So basically, he does this to all the people he put on.
yeah,
Like if he thinks that he's or they're growing a bit too large
uh,
for what he deems to be their size, you
yeah.
know, he then tries to chop them down. So yeah,
Especially ASAP Rocky, because
yeah,
Drake has always
back
had a
then,
huge crush on Rihanna. So he
yeah,
constantly finds the time to diss ASAP Rocky, who is Rihanna's baby dad. uh,
yeah,
uh, I feel like, yeah, we should give him respect for putting these guys on, but at the same time, we have to acknowledge that he's done a lot of shitty things towards them. Every single person he's put on, well, almost
yeah,
every single person he's put on. In the Philippines, we have this thing called tinalo. So basically,
yeah,
you know someone or you have a relation with someone and you do something foul towards them, which is uncalled for. That's tinalo mo siya. Tinalo mo ang someone when you do that. So
yeah,
si Drake, he had a lot of people na tinalo. So yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't think I can forgive him for that. But, acknowledge, give credit where it's due. He really did give some of these guys their first number ones. Anyway, let's continue.
America for Nan. I'm out in Tokyo because I'm big in Japan. I'm the hit maker, y'all depend on. Backstage in my city, it
It
was
was
friend
friends
zone.
and
You
zone.
won't never take no chain off of us.
How the fuck you big stepping with a size 7 man zone?
This the part with the bite, nigga, what's up?
that's the funny shit. Oh man,
Again, that's a reference to Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, Kendrick's album. Drake saying, "You can't big step. You're a small guy. You're a midget."
you're size 7, size fucking 7.
And in the grand scheme
Oh,
of things, we can say that it doesn't matter. Like, none of this is like an actual diss towards Kendrick, but holy shit, it was so funny. It was funny back then, it's still funny now.
yeah,
All these short guy bars, my guy. All these short guy bars. I mean, I would in the Philippines, we use short boy angles a lot as angles in,
yeah,
rap battles. So why can't Drake use this, right?
yeah. And
Oh my
we're
god.
a short um type of people. Like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know if you know this, but our average size or height for men is like 5'4" or something,
Yeah.
five
Except
five.
for me, I'm 5'9", ladies. Hit me up. I'm
Five
joking.
nine
I'm
and
joking.
Tim's, 5'9" and Tim's,
Not
ladies. So
you bastard.
all right.
Hey, hey, man. I'm as tall as you. You're also 5'9". What the fuck you talking about? Anyway, anyway, let's continue.
GG.
This the part
GG.
with the bite, nigga,
What's
what's up?
up?
I know my picture on the wall when y'all cook up. Extortion, baby, whole career, you been shook up. Cause top told you drop and give me 50 likes a push up.
Oh,
Your last
God,
one.
man. That still hurts.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, it was
Same.
disproven. It was disproven because it was proven by Kendrick that there was no extortion happening. All of it was his
Yeah.
choice, and that him and Top are still good friends. Top was
Yeah.
the record exec for Top Dog Entertainment. He was their big boss, basically. And what Drake was pointing out here was that him being the record exec, he would extort Kendrick out of
Yeah.
feature money. He would force Kendrick into features with artists like Maroon 5, Taylor Swift, etc., Chris Brown, etc. By the way, Autumn Leaves by Chris Brown, listen to that song again. It was fucking amazing. Then it's still amazing now. Anyway, yeah, his whole point here was that Kendrick is an extortion baby. He was being extorted by
Yeah.
Top, and that they're not good anymore. So Top wants him, which was proven not to be true. Anyway, let's continue.
Brick, you really not on shit. They make excuses for you cause they hate to see me lit. Pull your contract cause we gotta see the split. The way you doing splits, bitch, your
I was
pants
just gonna
might.
say,
Yeah,
that line, they make excuses for you because they hate to see me lit. Uh, it's funny how that how the turntables, as Michael Scott said.
oh god. Oh yeah. If you guys are living under a rock, you would know that Drake is suing everyone.
Yeah, and fans are also making excuses for him, of course.
Yeah.
um, During the Super Bowl, the Super Bowl with Kendrick, nobody was actually singing along, and it wasn't as big as everyone is deeming it to be. Please,
It was
please listen to
amplified.
us.
It was amplified. This is a good thing. This is a good thing that Drake is suing the record label because it was artificially increased by AI bots. What the fuck?
And
Oh
he would
god.
know because he uses them. What?
I mean, listen, I was in college back when Drake released Scorpion, and that shit was everywhere on my Spotify. Like I could not get away from that fucking album. It was fucking everywhere. So if you're, he's not one to talk about increasing like album streams by artificial means.
Yeah.
So it's sad that he's being a hypocrite right now. So
And if you're gonna be like putting in an industry plan, wouldn't you want it to be more poppy than more like uh alternative woke rap type of
yeah,
thing?
yeah,
And who does who, right?
yeah.
So
I mean, well, let's continue. Let's continue. This is the controversial line.
yeah.
Do that motherfucking show inside the biddy. Maroon 5 need a verse, you better make it witty. And
Yeah.
we need a verse for the Swifties. Top say drop, you better drop and give them 50.
You're not one to talk, Drake. You are also a pop star. You've been featured by Rihanna many times. You've featured each other. You guys did friggin' oh nan. What's my name?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Uh and there's also, the TikTok core songs that you've made. You made Tussy Slide.
Yeah, and Kiki, do you love me?
Kiki, Do You Love Me? You made Hotline Bling. Those are all straight up pop songs. Even if Kendrick collaborated with pop stars, you've also done the same, and you've released like straight up brain dead, brain rot TikTok songs. So
Yeah.
yes, like right back to you, Drake. You're not
Which
one.
caused a lot of accidents, by the way, that Kiki shit, you know.
Oh god. But I do like the era when that dropped. Oh wait, no,
Yeah.
no, it wasn't. It wasn't from that era. Sorry. If
It
Drake
was
released any good album, it was if you're reading this, it's too late. That was a great album. I would listen to it again and again. But yeah. Anyway, you were saying something, Carl?
no, no, no. I was just gonna say, the absolute cringe of 2018, was it, or 17, when Kiki dropped? No,
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh god. Right, let's continue.
Pip squeak pipe down, you ain't in no big three. Scissor got you wiped down, Travis got you wiped down, Savage got you wiped down.
All right. So this is so he's not in the big 3, but he's comparing him to
What?
SZA. Also
What's this?
Pipsqueak. Also Pipsqueak. Pipsqueak pop down. More short boy bars. Anyway, you ain't in no big 3. SZA got you wiped down. SZA, who is also in Top Dog Entertainment and is Kendrick's longest collaborator. So why pit those two against each other? I don't know. Then you got Travis and you got Savage. In which metric, Drake? I don't know. I don't know how he's being wiped down by these two guys. I mean, I like Travis. I like his music. I like the Astro World a lot. Sicko Mode. I still listen to that shit all the time. I like Fiend, the WrestleMania 41 theme. I like
Oh
Travis.
my
I
god.
like him. Fiend, Fiend. Come on, say it with me, Carl. Fiend,
Randy Orton was
Savage.
actually so sick of that fucking shit.
Savage, he's okay. Savage is okay. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the guy, but I like his lyrical miracle when he goes lyrical miracle.
Yeah.
But in what metric are you comparing Kendrick to these guys? Like in terms of streams? Well, now you got Not Like Us, so it didn't work out well for you, didn't it? Anyway, let's continue.
Oh god, the cringe. Okay, sure.
Ain't in no big three. Scissor got you wiped down. Travis got you wiped down. Savage got you wiped down. Like your label, boy, you in a scope right now.
Ah, shit, you're in a scope? Because you're in inner scope. My God.
Inner scope bar.
Ah,
Oh my god, the most overused for everyone, for every single fucking rapper who has who has beef in Interscope. This line has been used. Jesus fucking Christ.
This line has been haunting the likes of Eminem, Dr. Dre, 50 Cent,
Oh my god.
every
Yeah.
everyone from Interscope. That's an awfully hot coffee pot.
Oh god.
Uh,
And aftermath as well.
yeah, he's gonna double
You're gonna
down.
feel the aftermath. Oh.
The aftermath of what I write down.
Oh my God, Drake, that's some lyrical miracle type shit. My guy,
Bars, baby,
those are
bars. Oh my
I can.
fucking god.
I too can write double entendres. If my name isn't Aubrey Drake Graham. Anyway, let's continue.
I'm at the top of the mountain, so you tight now. Just to have this talk with your ass, I had to hike down.
Oh my God, he had to hike the fuck down because he's on top of the mountain. Fuck you. Continue.
Big difference between Mike then and Mike now.
Okay.
What the fuck is this, a 20v1, nigga? What's a prince to a king? He a son.
Woo! And that is my favorite bar out of this whole thing. What's a prince to a king? He a son. That is a really clever
Yeah.
rebuttal. If you would hear someone
Yeah.
from Flip Top spit that, the whole crowd would fucking erupt. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was that level of rebuttal. It was so smart how he flipped it. Anyway, go ahead, Carl.
Nice going. Drake Ghostwriter, so yeah, that was a good one. Props.
Oh God.
Ah. You know, sorry, just to
Yeah,
add something. Every time I hear about or I hear a bar from Drake, and I start to get impressed
yeah,
by him. It always just like tries to catch me from behind, that the fact that he is
yes,
known to
ghostwriters.
have ghostwriters.
Yeah.
Yeah, so every time I start getting impressed, I just start thinking, wait, did he even write that? So it's hard for me to be impressed by Drake. No, so yeah,
So, wait, in the Philippines, are we also against ghostwriters? Because our version of hip hop obviously is different from everyone else's version of hip hop. Do we shame ghostwriter culture here in the
of
Philippines? I would
course,
say yes. Yeah,
yeah,
we still do. We respect the pen here as much as
yeah,
anyone from the U.S. Yeah, and ghostwriters are actually like a huge angle here in because in the Philippines the mainstream is flip top, right? The mainstream is
yeah,
battle rap. Well, kind of. And one of the biggest groups back in the day, they're gone now, but they're still kind of there. 3GS. There's always
yeah,
been a ghostwriter angle, or like they write for each other angle attached to any
yeah,
one from 3GS. That's how much we dislike ghostwriters. Um, we're not gonna get into an argument about whether or not those were valid or those were true. I personally think they weren't. Those were just angles. But stuff like that
Yeah.
gets brought up here and is looked down upon here as well. We don't like ghostwriters in the Philippines.
Yeah, and even in the mainstream, it's not actually something that is like nobody gets impressed by ghostwriters, even if you're
Yeah.
the son of a legend. When Parokya wrote a song with uh
What's his name
who
again?
was this
Frank.
yeah,
Frank.
Frank Magalona,
Yeah.
who is the son of Francis Magalona, one of the founders or the
Progenitors.
fathers of, yeah, progenitors and fathers of Filipino hip hop. Like, everybody knows Glock 9 wrote that song. Glock 9 is one of Francis M's
Those friends.
well, they all know this. Why am I explaining this shit? But
I mean, maybe
yeah.
our
So
maybe
what
the US viewers might not know if we do get US viewers.
okay.
Yeah.
So Francis M, he's deceased now, has a son, Frank Magalona, and he also has a student, or a junior,
Yeah.
whose name is Glock 9. So they all wrote a song. I'm forgetting what the name was.
Ang parokya.
Uh,
That one. Ang
Amparokya or something.
parokya.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, with a band that Francis M has famously collabed with, and Frank had a really fire verse in that song.
Yeah.
But we all know that Glock 9 actually wrote it because it has all the fucking um
Glock 9
like
isms.
yeah, Glock 9 isms basically. So nobody, and he tried getting into the rap game, but nobody respected him because of that. So yeah.
Yeah, now he's a known wife beater. Fuck you, Frank.
Oh Jesus.
He's the Filipino Chris Brown,
Yeesh.
basically. Okay, okay. Uh,
All right,
all right, all
and
right.
I think, speaking of Chris Brown, he also explained why pop artists don't get as much flack when it comes to ghostwriting,
Yeah,
uh, compared to like rap artists. Because
yeah,
when you're a pop artist, you can sing. Like,
yeah,
you can somebody wrote that for me, but they can't sing it, so I will sing it. But
yeah,
if you're a rapper, like, you need to have both. You need to be able to sing it and write it as well.
yeah,
So that's the expectations that comes with
yeah.
it.
And I feel
So
like
yeah,
everything Chris Brown said there was valid, right? And there's also, the factor that if it's a pop song, it has to be measured, it has to be calculated to like
yeah,
become a huge hit, right? That's the bottom line.
yeah,
It has to be a hit because it's a pop song. So
yeah,
it's okay if like five people write for it just so that it can be turned into
yeah,
a hit. If you're a rapper's rapper, or not even a rapper's rapper, if you're just an MC, you claim to be an MC, you need to have poetry like embedded in you, right? You need
yeah,
to know how to lift a pen and write on your own.
yeah,
I feel like Drake has written stuff on his own, but it's hard to tell now because it's not even an open secret anymore. It's just the fact that he does have ghostwriters and everyone's aware of this. So it's really
yeah.
hard to give him credit for, complete credit for his bars because it's already been exposed. But, you know, um, all right, let's continue.
Love in a city that you from, nigga. Metro, shut your whole ass up and make some drums, nigga.
Yeah. Whether you Drake wrote that or not, that's still a very fucking funny line, and the way that he delivered it as well. So yeah,
Shut your OS. It's such an iconic line that there were so many memes made out of it. You remember the mariachi band? Shut your
yeah.
OS up and do some
Like, what the fuck? And the funny thing is, Metro did actually that shit. He made a beat, but it's also BBL Drizzy.
Yeah, which in itself became a meme of its
Oh
own.
my god.
Oh yeah, everyone was starting to take shots at Drake after the
Yeah.
BBL Drizzy thing. Like every YouTube rapper, every Twitter rapper, they all came out with their own like versions of Drake. Oh god, this is your fault, Drake. He made his own bed.
Yeah.
He made his own grave. Anyway, oh god. Uh, all right, let's continue.
A six guy, I'm the front runner. Y'all nigga manager was Charles' little blunt runner. Playing a six and you boys ain't even come from it. And when you boys got rich, you had to run from it.
Yeah, that was a diss towards The Weeknd and his EXO label. So if you guys don't know,
Yeah.
there's kind of like a turf war. Well, not a turf war, like a Cold War. Not a Cold War anyway. There's just a war between EXO and Drake's OVO nowadays. After the series of disses between Drake and Kendrick, um, I think Drake's home was shot up by someone allegedly coming from the EXO camp. I don't want to get into that discussion, but yeah, there's actual tension between those two labels because of Drake's constant like disses towards the Weekend and the managers of EXO. So yeah, that's a whole can of worms that I don't want to open. Let's just focus on the Kendrick thing.
Yeah.
Unable bread out here tricking. Shit we do for bitches, he doing for niggas. Jets,
It was
flips,
so
chains,
funny
wiki,
though.
wiki. Spinning like you tryna fuck, boy, you tripping, boy, you tripping. Drizzy Chippendale, probably got your bitch Chanel. I just got them done, boy, don't make me at the Chippendale. Rolling loud stage, I would turn.
Don't make me have to chip in it. Oh my god, there were a lot of things that haunted Drake in hindsight. If you guys don't know, there was this Drake had this live session once on Instagram wherein he was actually doing nails. He had really nice polished nails, and yeah,
Yeah.
that's where he let out the iconic Anita Maxwin line. And Anita Maxwin. Anyway, and Kendrick used that as an angle towards Drake, which will be mentioned later in Euphoria, where he talked about how if him and Sexy Red were in a room with each other, they might pop ass with each other.
Oh my god.
but but we'll get into
He
Euphoria
be
in a
throwing that thing. He be throwing that thing, you know? Know what I'm saying?
bit. He kind of zesty though. He kind of zesty with it. Oh,
Oh my god.
That was slick as hell, shit'll probably.
oh yeah, I forgot to mention the Whitney line. Drop and give me 50. The first drop and give me 50 mentioned Whitney, and that's what led to this whole situation with Meet the Grams and Not Like Us. But we'll get
Yeah.
into that. We'll get into that.
Change if it BM start to kiss and tell. Hugs and kisses, man, don't tell me about no switches. I'll be rocking every fucking chain I own next visit. Ayy.
And that's a direct rebuttal again against Kendrick. Don't tell me about no switches, hugs and kisses, because whenever they do, Drake claims that whenever they do see each other in real life, they're like good, or I mean, like
Yeah.
Kendrick is
Friendly.
yeah, friendly with him, because that's the point. Kendrick didn't want like a violent beef; he just wanted like a lyrical joust, like what he said in Meet the Grams, like an exhibition within the game as to who's the best. He didn't want things to get personal. He didn't want things to get PG. So so yeah, that was the whole point, Drake. It was all love with control, and you're the one who was sensitive with it. But again, to continue, he talks about don't tell me about no switches, but he did have three beat switches here, which is kind of a clever like rebuttal as well against Kendrick talking about switches. I'll be rocking every chain I own next visit. Again, this is another rebuttal towards Kendrick, wherein Kendrick talked about snatching chains, and then Drake says, "I'll be rocking every chain I own still." Hmm.
Try and get it type shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like alam mo yung mga rebut sa flip top na ano, like yung mga one line lang and they didn't go like super
Yeah.
deep with it. It's one of those lines, which is kind of sad because it's in a full like song, this song.
Y- that you supposedly already wrote and thought about. So
Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's continue.
I be with some bodyguards like Whitney. Top say, drop your little midget ass, better fucking. Hey,
Yeah, so again, he talks about Whitney, and this is what led him to his grave. This is where things got personal between the two of them. Drake has
yeah.
this incessant need to bring loved ones in during beefs, and it historically has never worked out for him. If you guys
Yeah.
would remember, his first like major beef. Well, he won against Meek Mill, that was a given. But his first major beef was against Pusha T. And
Yeah.
when
Pusha T
Drake,
just dropped a bomb like, "You have a kid.
you
You
have
have a
you
fucking
have a
kid."
child, you fucking deadbeat. And he did that specifically. He Pusha T did that specifically because Drake mentioned something about Pusha T's wife, or was it his girlfriend?
Yeah.
I don't even remember anymore. So historically, this is where Drake loses the beef, and this is how I knew that Drake was gonna lose the beef because he mentioned Whitney. Oh God! If you guys don't know
What did they
Whitney's,
what did they say again about people living in glass houses? Yeah. So keep that in mind next time, Drake, please.
all right, let's continue.
drop and give me 50, ay, drop and give me 50, drop and give me 50, ay. Niggas really got me out here talking like I'm 50. Niggas really got me out here rapping what I'm living. I might take your latest girl and cuff her like I'm Ricky.
Oh man.
If you guys don't know, Rick
Hmm.
Ross is a correctional officer, but you know this is rich coming from Drake. Like, why would you say that, Drake? Given all the allegations, like you're gonna
The
cuff a minor?
allegations. Jeez.
Okay.
Can't believe he jumping in, this nigga turning 50. Every show he made it on a chart he got from Jersey. Spend that little check, you gotta stay up out my business. Nigga, shout out to the hooper that be busting out the gritty. We know why you mad, nigga, I ain't even tripping. All that little heartbroken Twitter shit for bitches. This for all the top dogs, drop and give me 50, drop. In that fucking song, y'all got to not start the beef with us. This shit been brewing in a pot, now I'm heating up.
And it's good that Drake acknowledged that this shit's
Yeah.
been brewing in a pot. This has been going on since Control. So by the time like that dropped, it's been going on for 12 years now. So
Yeah.
again, it's a good level of self-awareness coming from Drake that at least he acknowledges that it's been brewing for this long. But to
There
go
was
back to
tension.
Drake, yeah,
Yeah.
going back to Drake, he was the one like subliminal slash sneak this in. Kendrick was just responding when he would sneak this. So yeah.
I don't care what Cole think, that dot is weak as fuck.
And Cole, his friend caught strays.
Champagne tripping, he is not fucking easing up. Nigga calling top to see if top want a piece of the top, want a piece of the top, want a piece of the nah, pussy, now you on your own when you speaking up.
This line did not age well. Top one apiece.
Yeah.
He's claiming that there's tension between Kendrick and Top, which Kendrick proved in the Not Like Us music video that it wasn't true. So this line aged like rotten milk, spoiled milk rather. And there were a lot of Drake lines actually throughout the whole beef that aged like milk. But we'll get into that when we get into Family Matters.
You done roll deep to this is not fucking deep enough. Begging Casa not, boy, you not fucking
Begging
deep enough.
Kaisa not.
Numbers wise, I'm out of here, you not fucking creeping up. Money wise, I'm out of here, you not fucking sneaking up. Cornball, your show money, merch money, feed us. I'ma let you niggas work it out because I seen enough. This ain't even everything I know, don't wait the demon up. This ain't even everything I know, don't wait the demon niggas teaming up.
Oh wait, there's a
The
last line.
Niggas teaming up.
What top five you smoking on, Kendrick? That's DJ Academics. If you don't know who DJ Academics is, he's a known
the biggest
pedophile. Yeah,
the biggest Drake Glazer and a known
yeah,
pedophile. So
yeah,
texting 16 or 15-year-old girls, I believe. Yeah,
yeah. And boys. He don't
and
discriminate.
boys.
He don't discriminate.
Yeah, he was trying to get someone to like masturbate, um, and to have sex
Yeah,
with a girl. He was like
yeah,
uh gassing him up or something. What?
yeah. He's a
Why would
weird
you
guy.
do
He's
that?
like Drake. He's a weird guy. Overall, I'd still give push-ups like a 7. Yeah, maybe a 7. All the funniest lines were still pretty funny, and how do I say
Yeah,
this? Even though there were a lot of lines that didn't age well, the funny lines kind of uh, outweigh them for me. What do you think, Carl?
in this anthology, I would rate it a 5. Actually, if taken into context the other songs and how the beef turned up. But
Yeah,
if it was, if we isolate it, I would say a 7 as well. So yeah,
yeah, yeah. Nice. So agree, ties a rating so far. Um,
yeah,
there was a line I forgot to mention here about Kai Cenat. It's funny because now in hindsight, mm, Drake is claiming here that the Interscope was begging for Kai Cenat's attention, wherein IRL, since we know how the beef turned out, it was actually Drake who gave Kai Cenat a text to stay on stream and listen to Family Matters.
yeah.
So, yeah, a lot of lines just did not age well. It's just that I can put this song in a vacuum, I guess, and like the funniest lines for what they were. And the beat was nice. The beat was super nice, in my opinion. This is the
The one of the funniest things about Kai is his most famous clip out of all of this beef shit is him rocking out to Not Like Us and throwing up gang signs that
yeah.
he's not affiliated with.
I
So,
just want to be a
he
thug.
says,
Can I be a thug?
yeah, that one. So yeah,
Oh god. Oh god, Kai. And he's still a Drake glazer, all things considered. It's just that, at least he sees things how they are.
yeah,
Anyway, after this song, after push-ups, he did tease what do you call this? Family Matters. Job because he teased Family Matters just to show Kendrick that if he drops, it's been what
yeah,
17 days since it was 17 days before Kendrick dropped Euphoria, but um yeah, this was a warning towards Kendrick, which I think was a smart move on Drake's part. Maybe that's part of the reason why Kendrick took so long before dropping his series
yeah,
of disses, because he kind of more or less showed Kendrick that he had more in the tank. He could go,
yeah.
but
But at the same time, you
yeah,
could argue that at the same time it prompted Kendrick to actually come at Drake with more pressure
Venom.
than normal. Yeah,
Yeah,
more venom and more vitriol than normal. Because I
yeah,
think with all that time, Kendrick was just gathering up ammo to use in this beef. So that's why it it happened the way it happened. Yeah,
and he used that time as well to tell J. Cole not to go to school tomorrow.
yeah, yeah.
Don't come to
Basically,
school. Don't come to
I
class.
like you. I like you, my G. Don't come to class tomorrow.
Anyway,
Yeah.
after that, like
Can
immediately
we?
after, skip natin Taylor Made.
No, 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 no. We'll just go to the most. I think the most impactful bars and shit.
Okay.
So for I think the tailor made is the AI shit. That's the thing that we
Yeah.
need to tackle because
Yeah.
that's also what it's what triggered Kendrick the most.
Yeah.
right?
It's the
Tupac
one
and
with
Snoop Dogg.
Tupac and Snoop Dogg's voice.
Yeah,
So should we play it?
yeah,
Should
yeah.
we? All right.
Let's G. We don't really need to like talk about the bars or the lines in the song, because the main point of contention is um he's mocking Kendrick using a West Coast N word,
Yeah.
who is
Yeah.
supposedly, you know,
One of K
Kendrick's
Dot's
OG, so
heroes.
to,
Yeah.
yeah, so to speak. So Igoba, what's your take on this one? Like, for example, if something like that happens, like somebody makes an AI of Francis M's voice and then uses it to diss Glock 9 or Looney.
Yeah. I feel like I feel like everyone would relate to this on a like very meta level or like a very basic human level. I would be offended on my part, even if I weren't the one being dissed. Because,
Yeah,
if I were from the West Coast specifically, I would be super offended that this happened. So if
yeah,
someone were to use, because the Philippines isn't as big as the US, so the borders aren't as clear. So when we talk about hip hop in the
yeah,
Philippines, we talk about hip hop here as a whole, right?
yeah,
If someone were to use Glock 9 or Francis M's voice to diss Looney, I feel like it isn't just the target that's gonna be offended or that's gonna be hurt. It's gonna be all of us hip hop fans who love and
yeah,
respect the guy because AI will always be like an empty, hollow imitation of the real thing, right?
yeah.
And if the real thing is like dead and
Oh,
just the estate, the family of the real thing just wants quiet, they don't want the artist to be talked about or to be used in a manner that's half-assed or like commercial or just in vain. We should
or
respect that.
petty.
Yeah, or petty. We should
Yeah,
respect that. We should we shouldn't
yeah,
use them as like the conduit by which we diss someone. I think this entire thing was disrespectful, not for the reasons that Drake intended. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So that's also the reason that I wanted to skip this song. But yeah, I just wanted to, for of course, people to know that we actually listen to this song, and we know about this song. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't like this one. I
Yeah.
would put it at 1.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, yeah, I agree with you. I put it at one. Maybe the only
yeah,
hurtful thing that was actually said here was the last Kendrick the last verse, which was Drake's voice, where he talked about Taylor Swift is Kendrick's new top, and
yeah.
uh she's like, oh, what do you say this, tailor made.
Controlling.
Yeah, it was called
Yeah,
tailor made specifically because Taylor Swift dictates Kendrick's moves now,
yeah,
something like that.
yeah,
But yeah, no, I did not like this track at all.
yeah. Even the biggest glazers, the reaction channels for Drake, they weren't feeling this song actually.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, they don't know how to feel about the Tupac AI specifically.
yeah.
Yeah,
And yeah, there was this one line that did not. There was this one set of bars again that didn't age well from this song. This
yeah,
one, since like that, your tone changed a little. A little, you're not as enthused. Like he didn't even talk after like that. What are you talking about?
yeah,
And how are you not in
yeah,
the booth? He was. He was in the booth. He was ready. He
yeah.
was getting ready.
He was also
And
talking about Kendrick liking young girls in the Joe Budden podcast, and
yeah.
that did not age well for him.
And finally, you're trying to let this shit die down. No, no, dude.
No, no.
You were about to die though.
Yeah.
Because the next track, see that, Carl. I can also do segues, Carl. I can also.
All right.
Okay, Euphoria is a really thick song. Again, happy anniversary, Euphoria.
Yeah.
You were the bear trap. You were the
Uh,
you were
the
the
start of
bait.
the end.
Yeah, you were the bait so and so for Drake. And Drake bit on a lot of what Kendrick was saying, and everyone knows it was all a trap. I mean, in hindsight, everyone now knows it was all a trap.
Yeah.
To get to songs like "Meet the Grams" and what was that again? "Meet the Grams" and "Not Like Us." So again, happy anniversary, Euphoria. You were a great song. You great song. We're not gonna go super in depth because this song is thick. Like it's thick with double
Yeah, it's
entendres, thick
heavy.
with double
Yeah.
meanings and bars. Lot of bars. So we don't want to do a well
And a
dirt.
lot of personal shit as well. So
Yeah,
we might not be able to do it just to do justice explaining that shit. So
yeah, yeah. We're gonna give our first reactions. Okay, if something
yeah.
merits a pause, we're gonna merit a pause. But know that in terms of what we know about the lyricisms when it comes to this song, we watched a lot of YouTube videos breaking this song down. So we kind of
Yeah.
it's been a year. It's been a year. We know,
Yeah.
right? Again, Euphoria, the title itself, that's like a quintuple entendre, and Drake was looking for that in Tailor Made. Yeah, Euphoria, the title, it's a quintuple entendre. Let's not get into how, but let's start.
Yeah.
Euphoria.
See what I'm talking about? Just so first fucking look.
Backmask lyric.
Yeah,
Yeah.
saying everything they say about me is true from the Wizard of Oz remake, and we all know this. We
Yeah.
all know this.
Them
Superpowers
superpowers
get
get neutralized.
neutralized.
Left the home to watch in silence. The famous actor we once knew is looking paranoid and now spiraling. You're moving just like a degenerate. Heavy antic is feeling distasteful. Why calculate? You're not as calculated. I can even predict your angle. Fabricating stories on the family front, cause you heard Mr. Morale. A pathetic master manipulator. I can smell the tails on you now. You're not a rap artist, you're a scam artist with the hopes of being accepted. Tommy Hilfiger stood out, but Fubu never had been your collection.
Basically, the whole thing he's saying here is you're not one of us. You've never been one of
Yeah.
us. Yeah,
Yeah, because Fubu is for us by us. Sa mga hindi, for people who don't know, because
yeah,
some people in the Philippines think that Fubu is fuck buddy. So, Fubu is for us by us, mostly related to black people.
yeah,
It's a black enterprise basically.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
one thing I gotta say though, compared to Drake, whenever Drake like does his thing, the thing I like is the beat.
yeah,
But with Kendrick, even with this, you could say you could maybe say that it's a lame or slow type beat. You actually bob your head because of the delivery. So
yeah,
that I think that says a lot about how they are as rappers as well. So
yeah. And like Drake, when he gets into his shit, he's like full throttle, like full speed ahead. I'm gonna fuck you. Kendrick here, at the start of Euphoria, he's like, "Come here, sit down. Let me talk to you.
yeah,
let me lecture you a bit before I kill
yeah,
you." It shows how different Kendrick is when it comes to being, calculated and evil, cruel.
yeah,
Because only a sick mind can take this like killing in phases, stages. So yeah,
yeah,
let's continue.
Music that electrify 'em. You make music that pacify 'em. I can double down on that
Electrify passive shit.
line, but
That that line aged like fine wine.
yeah.
spare you this time. That's random acts of kindness. Know you're a master manipulator and habitual liar too. But don't tell no lie about me, and I
And I
won't
won't
tell
tell
truths
truths
about
about
you.
you. Don't tell no lie on me. Don't and I won't tell truths about you. That's a line from the Heart Part 4. Wait, was it Part
Yep.
4? Yeah, I think it was Part 4. So if you listen to that song, that's the intro. At the time when that when that iteration of the Heart came out. It was a few days before Damn came out. I didn't even know it was a Drake diss. So this
Yeah.
song kind of confirmed it, and I was so hyped. I was like, "Holy shit! He confirmed that it's a diss." Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a fun time when Euphoria came out. It was a fun fucking time. Anyway, shoo, shoo.
Yeah, I'm out the way, yeah, I'm low, okay. Yeah, the island right here is remote.
Here it comes!
Okay.
Here it comes! Here it
No
comes!
reaper, nigga, I'm reaping what I sow, okay. Got a Benjamin and a Jackson all in my house, like I'm Joe,
Hey,
okay. Hellcat, made his own voice in them types LA solo, okay.
God, that
Everybody
beat
wanna be
chop's still
demons till they get
iconic.
chipped by
Fuck
your
me.
throwaway. And I might do a show a day. Once a lame, always a lame. Oh, you thought the money, the power of fame will make you go away. Have you ever played? Have you ever? Okay, nigga, let's play. Have you
God
ever
damn.
watch your enemy down like with a poker face? Have you ever paid 500,000 like to an open case? Well, I have, and I failed at both, but I came out straight. I hate when I rap or talk about guns, then somebody died, they turn into nuns.
That's why you don't say the Interscope line. That's why you don't say the fucking
Yeah.
Interscope. Oh god. So yeah, Drake is one of those guys, one of those rappers who actually like publicly haven't condoned gun violence. He's like one of those no to guns guys, and he was during a shooting in Toronto, he was actually posting pray for Toronto. So good on Kendrick to call out his hypocrisy on that one.
Yeah.
Oh god.
And I mean, it's a well-known thing that Drake grew up in the suburbs, and he's not really all about that life.
Yeah.
Even his OG Lil Wayne told him that
He should
stick to
just
what
be
you know.
Canadian. Yeah, just be
Yeah,
Canadian, dude.
don't talk
Just
about things that you know nothing of. So yeah.
rap about
Ah,
maple
man.
syrup. Like fuck. It ain't that hard to do, mate. Fuck. All
Ah.
right, I'm being mildly racist now. Anyway, let's continue. Let's continue.
Hop online like pray for my city. He faking for likes and digital hugs. His daddy a killer. He wanna be junior. They must have forgot the shit that they done. Dementia must run in his family, but let it get shaky.
Oh, Parker's son. That's how you do a fucking double entendre. That's how you do it. Let it get shaky. Dementia must run in his family. I'll park his son. Like, fuck. Fuck. Okay, continue.
The homie had told me to aim it this way. I didn't point down enough. Today I show you I learned from those mistakes. Somebody had told me that you got a ring. On God, I'm ready to double the wage. I'd rather do that than let a Canadian nigga make Pac turn in his grave.
Oh man, he's mad about the Pac.
What is it,
He's
the
mad about
braids?
the Pac shit.
Yeah, he's mad about it.
The braids. Yeah.
Yeah. So this was a reference towards the rings that Drake bought, which were from the Tupac estate. Um, and the disrespect he showed towards Tupac because of the Taylor made this. So it really pissed Kendrick the fuck off. Good job, Drake.
Hurt your feelings, you don't work with me no more. Okay.
And that was a reference to Kendrick always claiming that Drake is a sensitive rapper. I hurt your feelings? You don't want to work with me no more? Okay. Oh god,
Oh
Kendrick.
shit.
And you know what I like about this song? The comedic timing of everything. He was just so
Yeah.
fucking funny here. I've never heard Kendrick being this funny in a song. I've seen some of his
Yeah.
skits, but not in a song. Not this way. Anyway.
And you can feel it that the in real life Kendrick is a funny guy because he knows
Yeah.
about comedic timings. And you
Yeah.
don't just you can't fake that shit.
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah.
get that from ghost writers or something. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Drake's comedic timing when he did the Metro line was also on point, right? He
Yeah.
he he killed the beat for that one. But I don't
Yeah.
know. Kendrick just comes off as more organic here.
Yeah. Now you
Yeah,
know that it's his brand of humor,
yeah,
when
yeah,
he does it.
yeah. All right, continue.
It's three ghosts left, and I see two of them kissing and hugging on stage. I love them to death, and in 8 bars I'll explain that phrase. It's nothing nobody can tell me. I don't wanna talk on no celly. You know I got language barriers. It's no accent you can sell me. You're cold and Ivory know I'm a selfish nigga. The
Crown is heavy.
I pray they my real friends. If not, how
I'm
I
Y&W Melly.
Yeah.
Fucking filthy, 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 filthy. If you guys don't know, Y&W Melly killed his friends, and
Yeah.
there was actually he actually made a song about that, about killing his
Shit.
friends, which was all kinds of fucked up. And Kendrick was saying here he's ready to go Y&W Melly on both of them, metaphorically, not IRL.
Yeah.
Kendrick won't kill people. I doubt. Will he? I don't know. I mean, he killed Drake's career, so there's that. Anyway,
Yeah. It's not a person though, so
yeah,
there's no
fair
case
enough.
for that.
Fair enough. Fair enough. It ain't murder. I mean, he murdered him metaphorically, but it ain't literal. So, I mean, Drake
Yeah.
still sued. So,
Yeah.
anyway, let's continue.
I don't like you popping shit at Pharrell. For him, I inherit the beef. Yeah, fuck all that pushing P. Let me see you push.
Push a T. Push a T. Uh, we don't want we don't have to talk about how Pusha T body Drake anymore. Everyone knows about it. Let's continue.
And again, on him, you think about pushing me. He's Terrence Thorne, I'm Terrence Crawford. Yeah,
I'm
whooping
whooping feet.
We ain't gotta get personal, this a friendly fade. You should keep it that way. I know some shit about niggas.
If this is Kendrick's like friendly fade, what was Meet the Grams like the personal shit? Me, God,
Oh.
Drake should have known. Like right off the bat, Drake should have known this is the friendly fade, and it's still this level of poison. He had something way worse in store. Oh God. Anyway,
That make gonna wanna look like a saint. This ain't been about critics, not about gimmicks, not about who the greatest. It's always been about love and hate. Now let me say I'm the biggest hater. I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. I hate the way that you sneak this. If I catch flight, it's gonna be direct. We hate the bitches you fuck, cause they confuse themselves with real women. Then notice I said we, it's not just me.
I'm what the culture feeling. Oh God, dude. Oh,
Yeah.
oh God.
This time,
Um,
this is the part where I felt, when I was just when I first heard about this, this is the part where I felt that he was fucking cooking, like holy shit. And you can feel, like he said it, you can feel the hate that he has for this, for Drake. So yeah,
for this
goddamn
Canadian
son.
N word. You
Yeah,
know, the worst part about this. Well, I don't know. It inadvertently became the best part. Drake memed this actually. These lines.
yeah,
He memed this. I think he referenced. He posted something on his IG. I don't know which movie it is, but yeah, something about. Yeah, I think it's Seven Things I Hate About You. That movie.
yeah,
Where the girl says, I hate the way you dress, I hate the way you ignore me, I hate the like he memed that shit. And like you're forgetting the whole point, Drake. He said a lot more things than just that. Anyway, let's continue.
Many more fairy tale stories about your life till we had enough. How many more black features till you finally feel that you're black
Woo!
enough? I like
Fucking
Drake with the
shit.
melodies. I don't like Drake when he act tough.
What would if for example you're Filipino, right? It, or like you're Philam, you're like Easy Mill, and someone disses you and says you're not Filipino enough. You can't talk about this struggle. That would
yeah,
fucking hurt. That would
yeah,
hurt a lot. Abra, ganun na lang gawin mo next time ah. Like,
yeah.
free tips na lang from the rap sheet. Kung i-diss mo ulit si Easy Mill, pwede mong gamitin yung angulo namin.
Don't
Anyway,
talk about a Filipino struggle. You don't know shit, or something like
yeah,
that.
something like that. Right, let's continue.
Well, although it would actually backfire on Abra, because what the fuck
Yeah.
does he know about the Filipino struggle?
I mean,
Oh God.
he's made songs about it. He made Ilusyon, right?
Uh,
Right? He made Ilusyon.
yeah,
Everyone likes Ilusyon. Come on. You like Ilusyon.
no, I don't.
Yeah, I don't
I don't.
either. I don't know
It,
why
it
it's so
feels facetious.
universally loved, but
It
yeah.
feels facetious. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, Carl is, if you guys aren't aware, he's the biggest Abra hater in the Philippines. So
God damn it! Stop.
it's kind of, I don't know, Carl. It's kind of showing again here. I don't know.
Oh God. No, no.
All right.
We're not starting that shit again.
All
Okay.
right. Let's continue.
Nigga bring
Yeah.
back Puff. Let me see if Chubbs really crashed something. Yeah, my first one like my last one. It's a classic.
You don't have one.
Let your core
Fucking
body
shit.
stomach that. Didn't tell him where you get your abs from. V12 is a fast one. Bow, bow, bow. Last one. Headshot for the year. You better walk around like
Daft
Daft Punk. Remember?
Jesus Christ. And the remember. There were so many double, triple entendres in that set of bars. I don't even want to discuss it anymore. Just know that we know,
Yeah.
all right? We know. We know. Anyway, yeah, the third beat switch.
Remember? Hey, top dog, who the fuck they think they playing with? Extortion, my middle name as soon as you jump off of that plane, bitch. I'm allergic to the lame.
I ain't the extortion baby. You're the one with the private plane. Oh god. Uh good shit, K dot. Good.
Shit, only you like being famous. Yachty can't give you no swag neither. I don't give a fuck about who you hanging with. I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. Surprised she wanted that feature request. You know that we got some shit to address. I even hate when you say the word nigga. But that's just me, I guess. Some shit just cringeworthy. You ain't even gotta be deep.
I
It's
remember like a lot of skits, like clowning on this shit, like
yeah.
like Drake's reaction type shit, Long Beach
I,
Griffy. So yeah, that
yeah, that one
the Griffey
from
one was the funniest.
the what? The what?
The Long Beach Griffey
I don't think I've watched
skit.
that. I watched the
Yeah,
the
you should watch
RC
it. It's
World
funny.
one. The RC World.
RDC World, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Not sure. That N word, that N word, that you gotta kill him, man.
Yeah.
You gotta kill him.
Oh my
Oh
god.
god. Anyway, let's continue.
Still love when you see success. Everything with me is blessed. Keep making me dance, waving my hand, and it won't be no threat. I'm knowing they call you the boy, but where's the man? Cause I ain't.
Oh god.
Matter of fact, I ain't even bleed him yet. Can I bleed him? When I see
This is him not even bleeding him yet. Jesus Christ. Everything he said so far isn't even bleeding him. Oh god. Finally.
stand by sexy red, I believe you see two bad bitches. I believe you don't like women. It's real competition. You might pop ass with them. Let's be
Pop ass with him. Oh my god. He throwing that thing. He throwing that thing.
As we were saying earlier, you brought this on yourself. Yeah,
Oh,
you
God.
did. You did get a nail chipped for that one. Drake. Oh
Why
God.
would you say that? Oh my god. He got too
Yeah,
full of himself, I guess,
yeah.
and
He got
just
way
said
too
shit that
comfortable. He got way too comfortable. Uh,
yeesh.
all right, let's continue.
gon' percentage. Show me your splits. I'll make sure I double back with you. You assigned to a nigga that signed to a nigga that said he was signed to that nigga. Try cease and desist on a like that.
Yeah, again, Kendrick is disproving the extortion baby allegations, and this is actually a reference to, I don't know if it was Pusha or Kanye or Meek Mill, I don't know, but yeah, someone said something along those lines before.
Oh, what? You ain't like that record? Back to back. I like that record. I'ma get back to that for the record. Why would I call around trying to get dirt on niggas? Y'all thinking my life is rap? That's whole shit. I got a son to raise, but I can see
You know nothing about that.
Waking them up, know nothing about that. Then tell them to pray. Know nothing about that. They giving them tools to walk through life like day by day. Know nothing about that. Teaching them morals, integrity, discipline. Listen, man, you don't know nothing about that. Speaking the truth and consider what God's considering. You don't know nothing about that.
Um, yeah. Before we get to the last part, fucking, I love how he brought back a lot of his old cadences from Section 80 here. The you don't know nothing about that line. It came from a song from way back when, ADHD, also featured in GTA 5. I heard about it before GTA 5 because I am a true Kendrick Lamar historian. Yeah, I heard Section 80 off of an Anthony Fantano review, and I've been a Kendrick fan ever since then. And ADHD was my favorite track from that album, next to High Power. So I fucking loved when this song came out that he brought back the fuck that cadence. Anyway,
Yeah.
continuing.
Ain't 20v1, it's 1v20 if I gotta smack niggas that right with you. Yeah, bring him out too, I clean him out too. Tell Bean that he better stay right with you. Am I battling ghosts or AI? Nigga feeling like Joel Austin. Funny he was in a film called AI. And my sixth sense telling me to off him. I'm a blick niggas all in the coffin. Yeah, OVO niggas is dick riders. Tell them run to America to imitate heritage. They can't imitate this violence.
And that was the whole point. That is Kendrick's whole point. That is his whole MO throughout this beef. You're a pale imitation. You're not one of us. You're trying to imitate the violence we grew up in. Nah, that ain't gonna fly here. Good fucking job, Kendrick. And the worst part is Drake bit all this. Like every single thing, every single hurtful angle Kendrick brought forward. He bit, and everyone knew it was a trap, and he still bit, and that's part of how he lost.
He was overconfident as well because he thinks that he can meme his way out of this, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
What I learned is niggas don't like the West Coast, and I'm fine with it. I'll push the line with it. Pick a nigga off one at a time with it. We can be on a 3-hour time difference. Don't speak on the family, Crody. It can get deep in the
Family Crody?
Talk about me and my family, Crody. Someone go bleed in your family, Crody. I be a New Hall King eating fried rice with a dip sauce and a blammy, Crody. Tell me
Shout out to the Canadian accent.
your cheesing farmer. We could do this right now on the camera, Crody. Hey, fuck y'all niggas, I don't trust y'all niggas. I wave one finger and thump y'all niggas like, field goal punt y'all niggas, they punk y'all niggas. Nobody never took my food. Whoever that's fucking with them, fuck you niggas and fuck the industry too. If you take it there, I'm taking it further. That's something you don't wanna do.
damn.
Ooh, we don't wanna. We don't wanna hear you say nigga no more. Stop.
Very
It ended
iconic.
the same way. Yeah, it ended the same way, kind of, as how Drake ended Pushups. Drake claimed
Yeah.
he had more in the tank. Kendrick claimed he had more in the tank. And yeah, looking back, we all know now they both had more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were gonna say something, Carl?
I was gonna say I'll give this a 9, a straight up 9, no
Yeah,
contention.
it's a 9. It's a 9.
And the only thing that it's not a 10 is because I reserved a 10 for the best. So
Yeah, yeah. All right. Next song is, well, after Euphoria, Kendrick dropped another follow up diss. Again, a clever nod to Back to Back. Back to Back was the song that ended Drake's beef with Meek Mill. He basically ended Meek Mill's rap legitimacy with that song. And Kendrick was doing the same to Drake. He was going back to back, and it was with this song, 616 in LA.
Yeah.
Right. G.
Yeah. It's survival, survival. I think somebody lying, smell somebody lying. I don't see no fire. Off white.
Like, who in their right minds would would drop a diss song following up Euphoria with a beat like this. It's so jazzy and so calm.
Morals and culture, that's my leisure, my visa. Passport tatted, I show hub in Ibiza. Luke Cali's dwellings in Brooklyn just to book me some pizza. Who could reach us? Only God can teleport this type of freedom. God, my confession is yours. But who am I if I don't go to war? There's opportunity when living with loss.
Yeah, I like this line because, well, now in hindsight, if you listen to Reincarnated off of GNX, which was released after the beef,
Yeah.
he was also talking to God there. And in this song, he confessed that, who am I? He confessed to God, who am I if I don't go to war? There's opportunity here. And in Reincarnated, it was kind of a response to this. God talks to Kendrick there and says, "You like going to war?" And Kendrick was like, "No, God, it was a necessity to go to war." Nah, you like going to war. So, yeah, I like
Yeah.
how self-aware Kendrick is at the end of the day. Anyway, let's continue.
I discover myself when I fall short. Raise my hands to a falling sky. I fantasize me jumping planets, immortalized. I correspond. 3 angels watching me all the time. Put my children to sleep with a prayer, then close my eyes. Definition of peace. Tell me who gon' stop me? I come from love, and still cover my heart, then open me up. Remember when picked up a pen, lyrics that I can trust. Timid soul, staring in the mirror, asking where I was from often. I know this type of power is gon' cost, but I live in circadian rhythms of a shooting star. The mannerisms of Raphael, I can heal and give you art, but the industry's cooked as I pick the carcass apart. Yeah, some
You see my point, Carl, when I say that Kendrick is the best lyricist right now. Like who the fuck says this during a beef? I live in circadian rhythms of a shooting star. The mannerisms of Raphael, I can heal and give you art. Like what the fuck? He
Yeah,
says
I
that
mean,
during beef. Yeah.
this is the part of the song where he's going all lyrical miracle just to prove maybe a point that Drake can't do this or some type of shit. But
Yeah.
it's not in terms of a diss. It's not really like as impact or as hurtful as Euphoria, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is just him maybe flexing a little bit on Drake.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then there's the second verse, which is this is the
yeah,
one that put a seeded doubt in the Drake camp.
line, I can see the vibes on act. Even he looking
Here we go. Here we go.
compromised. Let's peel apart. Yeah, somebody's line, I can see the vibes on act. Even he looking compromised. Let's
yeah.
peel the layers back. Ain't no brownie points with beating your chest, harassing ant. Fuck with good people, make good people go to bed. Conspiracies about cash dog, that's not even the leak. Find the Jews like cash dog. I just need you to think. Are you finally ready to play? Have you ever? Let's see. Have you ever thought that OVO is working for me? Bully, I hate bullies. You must be a terrible person. Everyone inside your team is whispering that you deserve it. Can't Tootsie slide about it. This one is just for resurface. Every dog gotta have
Tootsie
a day.
slide.
I'm living your purpose. It was fun until you start to put money in the streets. Then lost money cause they came back with no receipts. I'm sorry that I live a boring life. I love peace, but war ready if the world is ready to see you bleed. The Elohim KTW. No, you can't sleep. These images trouble you. Know the wires in your circle should puzzle you. If you were street smart, then you would have caught that your entourage is only to hustle you. 100 niggas that you got on salary, and 20 of them want you as a casualty.
Damn.
And one of them is actually next to you, and 2 of them is practically tired of your lifestyle. Just don't got the audacity to tell you. But let me tell you some game, cause I can see you, my little homie. You playing dirty with propaganda, hit blow up on you. You're playing nerdy with Zach Bia and Twitter bots. But your
Oh,
reality
God.
can't hide behind Wi-Fi. Your little means is losing steam. They figured you out. The first opinions is not convincing. I need a new route. It's time that you look around on who's around you. Before you figure that you're not alone, ask what Mike would do.
And I think this was
This
no.
is
Yeah. Go, Carl.
I was gonna say, this is him poisoning the well, basically, and
Yeah.
setting up his next disses. You know
Yeah.
that when I listen to this, I know this. There's gonna be some shit that will blow up next because of the
Yeah.
way that this is set up. I mean,
Yeah.
this is a good diss song as well, but it
Yeah.
it really fits like a setup to a punch.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I would give this like an 8. Nah, it's not a 9. It's not Euphoria. Yeah, I would give
yeah,
it an 8. maybe a light 8. If because if
Yeah.
I give it a 7, it would be the same score as Push-Ups, and I like it better than Push-Ups.
I'm more inclined to give it like a 7.5.
Yeah, yeah,
um Simply because the first part, I guess, is not really as damaging or something. It felt like it felt the same as with when Drake was going at other people and not really focusing on
yeah,
Kendrick.
yeah,
So yeah, maybe a 7.5, but also a light 8 would do. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's fair. And finally, Drake responds with one of the most venomous diss tracks in this entire album
Yeah.
until, until Kendrick
The
did the response. Family
the
Matters,
the
which
Drake
was,
camp.
yeah,
Yeah, the Drake camp actually gained like a second wind
yeah,
in Family Matters.
yeah. They gained a second win for like 17 minutes.
Yeah.
Anyway,
uh,
let's get to Family Matters. Wait, here we go. Family Matters.
Maybe in this song, you shouldn't start by saying,
Nigga, I said it.
maybe in this song, you shouldn't start by saying,
Nigga, I said it. I know what you mad. I've emptied the clip over friendly or jabs. You mentioned my seed and I deal with his dad. I gotta go bad. I gotta go bad.
Okay. First of all, we don't have to look at lyrics anymore. Yay. Second of all, you called your son your seed. Why would you do that?
yeah.
You called your, your son your seed. God. And again, he's pushing the I can say the N word agenda. You don't have to prove anything, Drake. I
Yeah.
mean, we all get it. You come from that heritage. It's just you don't come from that life. Is what Kendrick is trying to.
and, and Kendrick didn't even say that you couldn't say it. He just didn't like the way that you said it, and he
Yeah,
said that's just him.
yeah. Oh God, Drake. This the entire first part of this song is like I feel like it's him missing the point completely. But
Yeah.
let's listen. Let's listen.
Yeah.
Yeah, draw.
To be fair, the beat's super nice,
50 bag for the mob in a spot.
and I like his melody. I like his cadence here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was really trying to keep it PG. I was really
Trying to keep it PG.
If you had to set that
If you guys don't know PG, I was trying to keep it PG, so not mentioning super personal stuff. Also mentioning PG Lang, which is Kendrick's new record label. So yeah, we get it, guys. We get the double entendres. Okay.
as a DP, you civilian gang in real life, you PC. You know who really bang except my nigga YG. You know who really bang except my nigga Chuck T. You know who even bang except out there is CB. And nigga Cole.
You know the saddest part? He mentioned YG. YG dissed him back, or he denies that he dissed him back, but he did. He kind of did. And YG
Yeah.
showed up at the pop out. And then he mentioned Chris Brown, who he's historically not been on good terms with, and was seen dancing to Not Like Us after Not Like Us dropped. And then he mentioned The Game, who is the biggest code switcher in the entire industry right now and has been radio silent about this whole back and forth between Drake and Kendrick when it was happening. He only made a statement after it happened. So it's really unfortunate and inadvertent on Drake's part that he mentioned those people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God. A lot of lines here that didn't age well now that I'm listening to it again.
Sleep on this, it ain't me. You better have some paperwork or that shit fake T.
Mhm.
Can't be rapping about no ratting that we can't read. I
Mhm.
mean, it's true, a nigga slimy for my AP. Just like how Metro nigga slimy for his main squeeze.
No one no one's no one was talking about that though. If you guys don't know, N word slimed him for his AP. Someone like mugged his watch on Audemars Piguet. Super expensive. and he wasn't able to get it back. But a few like months later, the alleged culprits were killed in a shooting. But we don't know his involvement in that. Wink, wink. So, yeah, that's true. Everything he said there is true, but no one mentioned it. He didn't have to talk about it. If anything, he's just introducing more angles against him. Anyway,
Out here begging for attention, nigga, say please. Always rapping like you about to get the slaves freed. You just acting like an activist, it's make believe.
that did not age well.
Ah, oh no, Drake. Oh no. When you when you rewatch all of this shit, you just go, oh no, Drake. Don't do that, Drake. You just keep saying that shit over and over.
So what? So what if he wants to get the slaves free? Oh god, that's not. You're missing the point. You're missing the point, my guy. Anyway, let's continue.
Don't even go back to your hood and plant no money trees.
That's not true. Kendrick gives back to his community a lot, and it's been proven time and again. So yeah, he does plant money trees on his hood, which you can't, you don't have any right to talk about because you're not from there, Drake. You don't come from that life. You don't come from that life. Anyway,
Say you hate the girls I fuck, but what you really mean? I've been with black and white and everything that's in between. You the black side,
no,
queen.
no.
Vanilla cream to help out with your self-esteem.
Remember, Drake? Remember what I said about throwing stones at when you live in glass houses, bro? You can't talk about race like that.
Oh god.
You know what they're gonna say. You know what you did. Oh my god.
And like Kendrick's whole point there wasn't about, age or any, it wasn't about race or anything. It was about age. God damn it. God damn, Drake. And you're the Black Messiah wifing up a mixed queen. Like, so what?
On some Bobby shit, a mixed queen. And hit vanilla cream to help out with your self-esteem. On some Bobby shit, I wanna know what Whitney need.
Oh god.
Was over in y'all late teen.
You know the feeling you get now that you're watching it in hindsight. There were so many landmines that Drake could have avoided. Maybe Meet the Grams wouldn't have been released if he'd have shut the fuck up about Whitney and stuff and Kendrick's family.
Yeah.
Maybe Kendrick wouldn't have dropped Meet the Grams, which basically, kind of shut Drake up, and then Not Like Us ended the whole beef.
He was
Maybe,
actually feeling himself a little bit too much in this beef. Like he
yeah,
went in super fucking confident, and then
yeah,
he tried. You know, you know what happened. But, yeah.
yeah. Let's continue.
Why you never hold your son and tell him say cheese? We could've left the kids out of this, don't blame me. You a dog and you know it, you just play sweet. Your baby mama captions always screaming, save me.
Like, why would you get your info out of IG captions or IG bios? Did you weren't able to dig anything about Kendrick up in the streets, so now you're relying on IG? Like, why? Anyway,
Yeah.
You did it dirty all your life, you tryna make peace. I heard that one of them little kids might be day free.
fuck. But that one was nasty in a vacuum. Like, this is
Oh,
your manager and your
yeah.
best friend. But again, it was disproven, or even if it wasn't like 100% disproven, there was enough evidence to point that none of this is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, in the
But
end, it all like literally all of it did not matter.
yeah. Because Meet the Grams and Not Like Us happened. Anyway, let's continue.
Don't make it day freeze. Cause if your GM is your BM secret BD, then this is all making plenty fucking sense to me. Hey,
Let the shorty breathe.
shake that ass, bitch. Hands on your knees. Hands on your knees. Hands on your knees. Shake that ass for Drake. Shake that ass for free. Yeah.
You know, this is
Another
why I
another
say, yeah,
yeah, another line that did not age well. But yeah, what you were gonna
yeah.
say?
This is why I say Abra was acting more like Drake than Kendrick with his back and forth with Shay, because this is what Abra copied from sa Crybaby, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Damay asawa, and then babastusin. Shake that ass for me. I fucked your wife. I mean, Abra was saying he fucked Shay's wife. Yeah,
yeah.
that's a Drake move. That's not a Kendrick move.
Can we like speed this up? Because I'm getting bored with Drake. Like, holy
Okay.
shit, bro! This isn't.
Yeah. Yeah, only the last part of this song is good in my opinion. But
Yeah.
nice
Can you
beat.
skip to that part? I think we have the like the yeah, we know
Yeah.
where the good part is
Yeah, yeah.
on the spike.
Yeah, this part we can skip entirely. People say he spat really nice here. I would tend to disagree, but this part we can skip entirely because he talked about other people here apart from when he mentioned the Good Kid, Mad City van. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, the music video, it showed the Good Kid, Mad City van being crushed. It wasn't really the Good Kid, Mad City van, but that's the whole point. Anyway, skip.
Hey, Kendrick just opened his mouth. Someone go hand
Yeah.
him a Grammy right
Yeah.
And I'm about to put my dick in it right now. Energy's up in it now. I'm about to put my dick in it right.
Yeah, this is one of the funnier ones in this line. Too bad
Yeah,
I wasn't able to enjoy it fully because
because it got
17
memed the
minutes later.
fuck out of. It got memed the fuck out of. And shout out to Drake for predicting that Kendrick would win the most Grammys this year. Good job, Drake.
Yeah,
Good, good on
nice hockey, bro.
God, that line did not age well. No, sir. Anyway,
Hey, Kendrick just opened his mouth. Someone go hand him a Grammy right now. Where's your uncle at? Cause I wanna talk to the man that
if you guys don't know, in Kendrick's song "Auntie Diaries," Kendrick talks about how one of his aunts became transitioned to being a quote unquote man. Naging ano siya? What's the right term? Transgender? Trans,
Yeah,
yeah. She became a trans man, and Kendrick was talking about how guilty he was for saying the F word as a kid and how much he
yeah,
loves his aunt, now uncle. And now Drake talks about, I want to talk to the man of the house, which is your aunt slash uncle. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck? Now he's getting info from one of Kendrick's albums, which is sad. Anyway,
West Coast niggas do phase, right? Come get this ass whooping, I'm handing them out. You wanna take off for real? Then come get this legacy out of my house. A cease and desist is for hoes. Can't listen to lies that come out of your mouth. You caught a two-pack of steak and beg them to sue me and get that shit down. I'm losing perspective on beef. Boy, when the send beat and I kill you for fun. Your daddy got robbed by top. You stunning and Wayne like father like son. Anthony set up the plays. Kojo be charging you double for none. They shook about what I'ma say. But texting your phone like we already won. You tell me what I shouldn't say.
like this is so on the nose and this is so unnecessary. Like, okay, it's Drake working on the booth, and then there's a bra in the foreground. Like, what's the point of this? What's the whole point? Like, you're trying to prove that you're a womanizer or whatever. Oh God. Anyway, let's continue. Oh, Aubrey.
But fucking my nigga, it's already done. We already know it's a 20v1. We already know why you went number one. It's clearly because of the boy. The honorable thing is to give me the loot. You right about fuck the big three. It's only Big D in this video.
Yeah. So there was a leaked Drake video, which I don't know what I don't know what hockey Kendrick was using. He also talked about it in Meet the Grams. And here, Drake is trying to trivialize the fact that it leaked. In Meet the Grams, Kendrick was
But
talking about the gravity of it. Yeah.
the thing is, that leaked video just proves that Drake is a degenerate, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he did. I think Drake was failed to see where this beef was going, even if it was, I think, pretty apparent to a lot of people in the at the start. He really failed to see where the beef is going, what angles are going to be coming up, and he was not ready for it.
Yeah. He
Really,
wasn't ready
yeah.
at all. Oh, God. Well,
All
there's
right.
only Big D and there's video proof. Let's.
Son should go play at the park. Two light skinned kids, this shit would be cute. Unless you don't wanna be seen with anyone that isn't blacker than you.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
we got it. The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. We get that you like to put gin in your
Oh,
juice. We get
God.
that you think that you bishop and juice. When you put your hands on your girl, is it self defense cause she bigger than you? You're
That shit was. That shit is fucking.
Yeah, that's funny. That's
I mean,
funny.
it's dark. It's dark, but
It's
it's.
also, yeah, it reminds me of of a Dave Chappelle joke. Like, is it only considered domestic violence if it's man to woman, or when if two gay guys get on an elevator and they just they're arguing because they're a couple, is it domestic violence, or is it just two dudes trying to work it out or something like that? And so, yeah, I think that that kind of element plays into this bar, so
Yeah.
it's funny. I would say it's funny.
Yeah.
hands on your girl. Is it self defense cause she bigger than you? Your back is up against the curb.
Up against the curb. Instead of up against the wall, he's up against the curb because of how
She's
short he
small.
is.
God damn it.
You see,
Ah.
Drake, this is say Drake. This is this is how you should. This is the
Alright.
direction you should have went. Like, just keep being funny. Fuck. Oh God.
You digging for dirt, should be digging for proof. Why did you move to New York? Is it cause you live in that bachelor life? Proposed in 2015, but don't wanna make her your actual wife. I'm guessing this wedding ain't happening right, cause we know the girls that you actually like. The darkest secrets are coming to light. It's all on your face like what happened to Mike. Oh shit, it's all making sense. Maybe I'm Prince and you actually Mike. Michael was praying his features would change, so people believe that he's actually white. Top will make you do features for change. Get on pop breakers and rap for the whites. And wait, you say your brother Jermaine, but you want him to stay out of the light. Oh shit. Just follow me, right? Cause nothing you saying could bother me, right? I get off the plane and nothing has changed. I headed to Lala with all of my ice. Headed to Lala with all of my ice. Headed to Lala with all of my ice. This shit gotta
Oh
be over
God.
now for anyone out here that's calling it right. You did. You did.
No, he ain't.
You did.
No, he ain't.
There's nowhere to hide, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
They hired a crisis management team to clean up the fact that you beat on your queen.
Oh,
Bet you
God.
pain, it ain't what it seemed. You did.
Okay. At this point, Kendrick is claiming that Drake is someone who's trying to imitate the culture, and he's an irresponsible parent. He's an irresponsible person. He's a bad person, basically. And Drake was claiming that Kendrick is a wife beater and that his son isn't actually his. They were kind of, in terms of like the dirt they were digging up on each other, at this point they were kind of on equal footing, right?
Yeah.
But then 17 minutes later, or how many minutes later, I don't even remember fully anymore. Drake, Kendrick rather, drops the fucking nuke on Drake. He didn't even have time to celebrate, dude.
Yeah.
We were
If you
given.
saw the RDC, if you saw the RDC World skit, that was like the funniest shit as well. So yeah.
Like he knew. And this song, Meet the Grams, was like on some Nostradamus. This was on some Carl Stradamus shit. It like it showed that Kendrick knew every angle Drake was gonna attack from, and he addressed
Yeah.
almost all of it. Almost everything from Meet the Grams was talked about here and
Yeah.
more. Anyway, let's go for it. It's Meet the Grams. We all know. We all know how scary this song is. Let's go. God,
Here we fucking
Dear
go.
Adonis,
right out the dear Adonis. Like straight. No, no warnings. No more warnings. Like, dear Adonis, I'm gonna talk about you and your dad right now.
dear Adonis, I'm sorry that that man is your father. Let me be honest. It takes a man to be a man. Your dad is not responsive. I look at him and wish your grandpa would have wore a condom.
God.
I'm sorry that you gotta grow up and then stand behind him. Life is hard, I know. The challenges always go beat us home. Sometimes our parents make mistakes that affect us until we grown. And you're a good kid that need good leadership. Let me be your mentor, since your daddy don't teach you shit. Never let a man piss on your leg, son. Either you die right there or pop that man in the head, son. Never fall
God.
in the escort business, that's bad religion. Please remember, you could be a bitch even if you got bitches. Never code switch.
Right? Look at price tag. Oh, oops.
Oh,
Oops.
oops, oops,
Oops.
oops,
Delix,
oops.
Delix, Delix. Oo nga pala, mayaman si price tag. Pwede ako
Woman
pa.
beater. Ay, so ano yun?
Huh?
Ano yun? Ano yun? Ha? Ano sabi mo? Sabi, wala, wala.
Let me be the one to shoot you, Zay.
Iglesia ka pa. Ay, sorry, ano yun? Ano yun?
Ha? Di ba ano? Like, paano makakabaril si price tag? Di ba takot sa dugo mga iglesia?
Oh,
Oh, God.
you know? Oh, God.
Yeah, we're gonna have to cut that. We're gonna have to cut that. And
For Patreon only. For Patreon.
for Patreon, yeah. Oh God. Wait,
GG.
let's continue.
Yeah, we need to finish this because it's like right at
Yeah,
3 hours.
Whether right or
yeah.
wrong, you're a black man, even if it don't benefit your goals. Do some push-ups, get some discipline. Don't cut them corners like your daddy did. Fuck what Ozempic did. Don't pay to play with them Brazilians. Get a gym membership. Understand, no throwing rocks and hiding hands. That's law. Don't be ashamed about who you with. That's how he treats your moms. Don't have a kid to hide again. Be sure. 5% will comprehend, but 95 is lost. Be proud of who you are. Your strength come from within. A lot of superstars that's real, but your daddy ain't one of them. And you nothing like him. You'll carry yourself as king.
God.
Can't understand me right now. Just play this when you 18.
Jesus fucking Christ.
So yeah, he was talking down on one family member, which was Adonis, but dissing Drake at the same time. That's some. Yeah, you were saying,
Yeah.
Carl.
I was gonna say, it's like, okay, so you wanted to talk about family, right? Let me do this shit for real. Let me show you how it's done, Drake. Jesus fucking Christ.
This is like, you know, when I first heard this song, it reminded me of two Eminem songs, which were kind of obvious inspirations. One was Stan because of the letter
Yeah.
formatting,
Yeah.
and the other one was Kim because of just how violent it is, just how eerie the beat is. Yeah, this is basically Stan and Kim in the form of a diss, and it was so
Yeah.
this to this day I love Not Like Us, right? It's one of the most like iconic diss tracks ever. But to me,
Yeah.
this is my favorite song out of the entire beef. This is the thing
Yeah.
that told Drake to just shut the fuck up, dude. It ain't gonna work
Yeah.
for you anymore. Yeah. So yeah, let's continue.
Dear Sandra, your son got some habits, I hope you don't undermine them. Especially with all the girls that's hurt inside this climate. You're a woman, so you know how it feels to be in alignment with emotion, hoping a man can see you and not be blinded. Dear Dennis, you gave birth to a master manipulator, even using you to prove who he
I like how he's trying to be sympathetic towards Sandra, but then when it comes to Dennis, nah, dude, you should be ashamed of what you've done.
Yeah.
is. this is a huge favor. I think you should ask for more paper and more paper and more
More
paper.
paper.
I'm blaming you for all his gambling addictions, psychopath intuition, the man that liked to play victim. You raised a horrible fucking person. The nerve of you, Dennis.
Like how bad would it be for you, a parent, to hear that in a song
Yeah.
that's gonna blow up? You raised a horrible child. You're a horrible parent. God.
Yeah.
Sandra, sit down. What I'm about to say is heavy. Now listen.
Here we
Your
go.
son's a sick man with sick thoughts. I think niggas like him should die. Him and Weinstein should get fucked up in a cell for the rest of their life. He hates black women, hypersexualize them with kinks of a nympho fetish. Grew facial hair because he understood being the beard just fit him better. He got sex offenders on Hovio that he keep on a monthly allowance.
Yep.
Here we
Child
go.
should never be compromised, and he keeping his child around him. And we gotta
Oh my
raise our
God.
daughters knowing there's predators like him lurking. Fuck a rap battle, he should die so all of these women can deal with a purpose.
You know, it's fun. Good
Oh, Kendrick,
God
you never
Almighty.
change.
It's funny how now we can laugh about this, but when the first time we heard it, it was just radio silence and just shock and disgust at all of the things that Kendrick was saying. And
This is
this is the same energy as, this is why I'm saying again that Shay was channeling Kendrick more, because Aubrey had the same energy.
Yeah.
Shay was dissecting Abra through the lens of, a family member, exactly how Meet the Grams did it. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's continue.
I've been in this industry 12 years. I'ma tell y'all one little secret. There's some weird shit going on, and some of these artists be here to police it. They be streamlining victims all inside of their home and calling them tender. Then leak videos of themselves to further push their agendas.
Big D, and there's video proof. What the fuck now? Oh God, Drake, you were feeling yourself way too much,
Yeah.
literally and metaphorically.
Oh Jesus, yuck.
To any woman
Right, let's continue.
that be playing this music, know that you're playing your sister, or better yet, selling your niece. To the weirdos, not the good ones. Cat Williams, I gave you the truth, so I'ma get mines. The embassy about to get raided too. It's only a matter of time. Hey, Lil Bron, keep the family away. Hey, Curry, keep the family away. To anybody that embody the love for their kids, keep the family away. They looking at you too if you standing by him. Keep the family away. I'm looking to shoot through any pervert that lives. Keep the family safe.
And this was the setup for Not Like Us, for the entire angle that Not Like Us was gonna go. That second verse. It's prophetic on Kendrick's part to mention LeBron. LeBron was a close friend of Drake before this beef happened, and he ended up supporting Kendrick after the beef happened. And now that in hindsight we know that Drake was butthurt about that, and that he dissed he dissed LeBron, who is the best basketball player of all time. You're God. What is your
Well,
beef with
that's
Okay.
controversial. So
Okay.
yeah.
What is your beef with freaking star athletes? First you diss Serena Williams, then you diss freaking LeBron. Like, these people, you are beneath these people, Drake. You are not top tier in any fucking caliber. God.
I just remember the Drake the type of guy memes. Yeah. Drake the type of guy to say Geronimo and then
Drake the
when
type
he's
of guy
diving.
who Drake the type of guy to float when he smells something delish.
Oh
Oh
my
God.
god.
Let's continue. And this was the verse that shocked everyone.
Dear baby girl,
What? What are you, baby girl? What the fuck do you mean?
I'm sorry that your father not active inside your world.
Oh
He don't
no.
commit to much, but it's music, yeah, that's for
Oh
sure.
God.
Narcissist, misogynist, living inside his songs. Try to destroy families rather than taking care of his own. Should be teaching you timetables or watching Frozen with you. Or at your 11th birthday, singing poems with you. Instead, he being Turks, paying for sex and popping perks. Examples that you don't deserve. I want to tell you that you're loved, you're brave, you're kind. You got a gift to change the world and can change your father's mind. Cause our children is the future, but he lives inside confusion. Money's always been illusion, but that's the life he's used to. His father probably didn't claim him neither. History do repeats itself, sometimes it don't need a reason. But I would like to say it's not your fault that he's hiding another child.
God.
Grace is the reason I made Mr. Morale. So I
When Drake was listening to this, I mean, we're not here to confirm nor deny whether or not he has another child, but he might have been getting flashbacks.
Flashbacks.
Yeah.
This
Whoa,
again. This
what,
again. Oh
what?
shit.
If you watch the Anthony Fantano reaction, that's exactly how he reacted. He was like, "Another kid? He has another kid? Not again!"
Oh god.
God damn it, Drake. And yeah, again, this is the whole Drake keeps mentioning Mr. Morale throughout the beef, and now Kendrick talks about what Mr. Morale is actually about. It's an album about
Yeah.
hope, like giving people hope. It's not something to be sad about.
Yeah.
God.
babies like you can cope later. Give you some confidence to go through something. It's hope later. I never want to hear you chasing men, cause it's felt behavior. Sitting in the club with sugar daddies for validation. You need to know that love is eternity and trumps all pain. I tell you who your father is, just play this song when it rains. Yes,
Holy
he's a
shit.
hit maker, songwriter,
Superstar,
superstar,
right?
right?
And a fucking dead beef that should never be more life.
The grams.
Fucking diabolic. If you guys don't know, More Life is a mixtape by Drake. Yeah.
Basically, for me, Meet the Grams was more of like a very well done rebuttal.
Yeah.
The way that I see it is, again, this is again another setup, but of course this is like holy shit of a setup.
Yeah.
The, the damage done by this is like very instrumental to the inevitable Kendrick win.
Yeah.
Um, for me, I would put it at 9.
Yeah.
Same with like same with Euphoria,
Euphoria.
simply
Yeah.
because I think this was him doing the most damage before the kill shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, reference kill shot. Anyway, yeah, that's it for me.
For me, I'd give this song again, like I mentioned earlier. For me, this was the song that told Drake to just shut the fuck up and give up.
Yeah,
And he acted accordingly. Yeah, because this song was the most vitriolic out of all of the disses. This had the most damning angles, which were expounded on by Not Like Us, but um, they were said in a more grim manner here, right? And yeah, I would give this song a 10, straight up. It's a 10 for me.
yeah,
Yeah. So now we listen to the whole point of why we're reacting to these videos. The greatest diss
yep.
song of all time, according to many people. Let's give it a listen.
G.
Here we go. Mustard on the beat, ho. If you guys don't know, DJ Mustard is a well-known West Coast producer, and right off the gate, Kendrick is declaring that no, this isn't just me versus you anymore. This is West Coast
Yeah,
versus you, and Mustard isn't afraid to be on my side, even though he wants to be a hit maker. So yeah, and because of that, everyone knows what happened to Mustard. He was launched into superstardom by this song and
yeah.
TV off. Anyway, let's continue.
Rap nigga, he a freak throw man down, call like ambulance. Tell him breathe, bro. Nail a nigga to the cross, he walk around like Tizo. What's up with these jabroni ass niggas trying to see Compton? The industry can hate me, fuck them all and they mama. How many options you really got? I mean, it's too many options. I'm finna pass on this body, I'm John Stockton.
God damn.
Beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching.
Jesus
Sometimes you gotta
fucking
pop out
Christ.
and show niggas. Certified boogeyman, I'm the one that up the score with him. Walking down whole time, I know he got some hoe on him. Pole on him, extort shit, bully the flow on him.
Say Drake.
I hear you like him.
Oh shit! Here we go.
That's that smile. That was, everything went wrong after that smile.
Yeah, it's funny because of all the allegations, I would say allegations because it's never been like proven true in a courtroom. So I would say allegations. Of all the allegations that Kendrick threw at Drake, like this is the one that stuck.
Yeah.
Like holy shit! The child allegation. Yeah, it's good, but it's not. That's not really something that you bring up again when you talk, or the first thing that you bring up when you
Yeah.
talk about the Drake Kendrick beef. But this
Yeah.
one, this is the first thing that you bring up. Say Drake, I hear you like him young. What? Holy shit!
And the sad part about this is like what I was saying earlier. Drake missed the point entirely. Like when he responded grams like 10 minutes after Meet the Grams dropped, his main focus was the child angle. And as
Yeah,
fans, as rap listeners, like we're in our thoughts telling ourselves, no, Drake, that's not the most damning thing Kendrick talked about. It's the child. It's everything else. It's everything but it's the what do you call that again? It's everything but the child angle. It's your
yeah.
PDF file allegations. Yeah.
He lost the
Like,
plot.
yeah, he lost the plot.
You better not ever go to Cell Block 1. To any bitch that talk to him and they in love, just make sure you hide your little sister from him. They tell me Chubb's the only one that get your hand-me-downs. And party at the party playing with his nose now. And Baka got a weird case, why is he around? Certified lover boy, certified pedophiles.
Wop 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 wop.
That fuck him up. Wop, 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 wop. I'ma do my stuff. Why you trolling like a bitch? Ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord and it's probably
A minor.
God damn it.
They not like us. 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 You think the Bay gon' let you disrespect Pop, nigga? I think that Oakland show gon' be your last stop, nigga. They cold foul. I don't know why you still pretending. What is the owl? Bird niggas and
Bird bitches go.
The audience not dumb. Shape the stories how you want. Hey, Drake.
They're not slow.
Rabbit hole is still deep. I can go further, I promise. Ain't there something be rest that's for bitching? You Malibu most wanted. Ain't no love boy, you ball boy. Fresh Gatorade or something. Since 2009, I had this bitch jumping. You niggas will get a wedgie. Be flipped over your boxes. Or over your foe.
The other vaginal option.
Might write this with a doctrine. Tell a pop star quit hiding. Fuck a caption, won't action. No accident. I'm hands on. He fuck around, get polished. Fucked on Wayne Grow. He was in jail. That's conniving. Then get his face tatted like a bitch apologizing. I'm glad D Rose came home.
Hey.
Deserve him neither. From Alondra down to Central. Nigga better not speak on Serena. And your homeboy needs a subpoena. That predator moving flocks. That name gotta be registered and placed on neighborhood watch. I lean on you niggas like another line of walk. Yeah, it's all eyes on me and I'ma send it up the pot.
Hey.
Label on me, I'ma get them dropped.
And you notice how fucking flawless Kendrick's flow here is. Like he's just
Yeah.
spazzing out at this point. Like
He's
just
in the
flexing
pocket,
how good-
and everything he
Yeah.
says is you can bounce to everything he says. Like holy
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. This is how you feel yourself, Drake. This is how you.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's continue.
Many stocks do I really have in stock? Ay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5. Ay, devil is a lie. Here, 69 God. Ay, freaky ass niggas need to stay ass inside. Ay, roll their ass up like a fresh pack of Zod. Ay, city is back up. It's a must. We outside. Ay. They not like us. They not like us.
You were mentioning something about top. that's all of them right there, right the fuck there. Oh God, Drake! It just yeah, you just died when this came out.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. Once upon a time, all of us was in chains. Homie still double down, calling us some slaves. And
How did he know? How did he know? This song came out a day after Meet the Grounds. Like, you couldn't have recorded
Yeah.
it that quick. Like, fuck. Oh,
Oh,
God.
railroads and trains, bear with me for a second. Let me put y'all on game. The settlers was using town folk to make them richer. Fast forward 2024, you got the same agenda. You run to Atlanta when you need a check balance. Let me break it down for you. This the real nigga challenge. You caught future when you didn't see the club. Like, what? Little baby help you get your lingo up. What? 21 get your first street cred. Thug make you feel like you a slime in your head. Like, what? Quavo said you can be from North Side. What? 2 Chainz say you good, but he lied. You run to Atlanta when you need a few dollars. No, you not a colleague, you a fucking college.
And then Whitney. Oh, God.
oh
Oh,
man.
this was the nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
After,
was even crip walking.
yeah,
She was even crip walking. Yeah.
crip walking on Drake's grave. My God. After this song, like any and all claims that Drake made about K Dot being a wife beater were more or less dispelled.
Yeah.
Yeah. After this video, I mean, because the video came out after the song. Anyway, semantics, semantics.
But the matter, here was God's plan to show y'all the liar.
He a fan, he a fan, he a fan.
He a fan, he a fan, he a freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Hey, 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 run for your life. Hey, 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 run for your life. Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God.
Hey, 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 run for your life.
Hey, 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 run for your life. Say OV ho.
Oh, V ho.
OV ho. Then step this way, step that way, then step this way, step that way. Are you my friend? Are we like
He's just waving. What the fuck? The prelude to his Super Bowl smile.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this short King Menace right here. Where is it? There we are. There he is. Diabolic. That is diabolic, dude. Good God.
step this way, step that way, then step this way, step that way.
So yeah, this was the song that ended the beef. I mean, there were, because we respect Drake so much, I consider the Heart Part 6 the end credits, the end roll
Yeah.
credits to this whole thing. So let's make it the end credits for
Yeah.
our video.
Yeah, thank you for listening to our 3-hour banter. We just wanted to celebrate, of course, the 1 hour, the 1 year anniversary of this iconic beef that actually,
Yeah.
that actually started also a lot of fire in other people's careers and other
Belly.
people's belly. Yeah, it was so international and global that it even affected a lot of shit here in the Philippines. So. Thank you very much for
Yeah.
everyone. This is the Rap Sheet Podcast. Ginawa talaga na. Hindi.
Yeah, for all of you foreigners watching this channel for the first time. We don't usually do this. Hindi, sorry. Sa mga Filipino dyan, nagna-nosebleed na kami ngayon eh. Like, we don't usually react in full English or like talk in full English, but if you like this content, you can comment for like ask us for more what you'd like us to react to, because if we hit them foreign markets,
Yeah.
you already know. You already know we good, we set.
Oo nga, tataksan.
No, I'm joking.
Tataksan pa naman tayo sa sa start ng June. Putang ina talaga ni oh shit, I can't say it.
Ah, yeah. Ni BBM?
Oh shit. Fuck.
BBM putang ina mo.
Huwag mo na taksan, tangina mo.
Oh wait, even YouTube, they're gonna tax the money we make.
I think so, yeah. But I
Ah,
think
fuck,
but I
dude.
think
Me.
what's gonna happen is YouTube is going to like take it out. Like it's gonna be automated. It's not going to be like we're gonna need to file some tax reports because the
Yeah.
government is greedy like that. They don't want us to actually to get the money to our hands before we give it to them. So, yeah,
Yeah, but then again, like we're gonna earn a lot less, and we don't even earn a lot from YouTube at the moment.
we don't even
Fuck
earn.
you,
Period.
BBM. Yeah, we don't even earn. Period. We need $100 to cash our first checkout. We have like 20 right. The fuck.
All right.
Subscribe to our Patreon or some shit. I don't even know.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna keep doing this. We're gonna keep grinding. If you guys like this type of content, like English reactions, we can definitely do something like that. But
Yep.
you'll have to bear with our third member, Steve, dropping expletives.
Yeah.
He likes saying the F word and the N word. The R word, most especially, that's his favorite word to say. But
Yeah.
if you're okay with that, I mean, we can do that type of content for you guys.
Or kung gusto niyo rin ng
Anyway,
ng mga reactions lang na siguro normal reactions lang na hindi aabot ng isang oras about sa mga kanta, pwede rin kayo
yeah,
mag-suggest. We're looking at some of the suggestions comment box. It's just that nothing is really picking up our radar.
resonating with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you sa pakikinig. Thank you Drake for sacrificing yourself to be the victim in the best beef of the decade, or maybe yeah, the
Yeah.
decade I would say. So yeah, thank you.
Definitely, like, undoubtedly the biggest rap beef of all time, like, in terms of numbers. Just
Yeah.
the biggest. The biggest. Yeah, I'd like to shout out my friends from Tugigarao. Shout out Friendly Tagalog and Mumble Rap Tawi Tawi. Yeah.
Yeah, shout out Beagle Boys, Philip Chan, Marv's, Brett, and shout out sa banda ko. Sobrang saya kahapon. Tumugtog kami sa skate camp and it was fun. So, yeah, thank you. See you
Nice,
guys.
nice. Wait, I'm gonna stop streaming.